Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and it's Friday, which means Friday happy hour. We're also going to get into the latest around Jacobs because there is a new update around the Raiders star running back from The Athletic. I'll talk about that because some of the things that Vic Tafur ended up bringing up, it does not sound like he's very confident that the Raiders end up getting a contract extension done, and if that's the case, what does that mean for the Silver and Black, and what does it mean for Jacobs? Could it mean a trade ending up going down? We are going to be doing a Raiders mailbag today, so you can use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. Get those questions, comments on the show. And then we are going to be doing a Raiders-Packers Week 5 Madden simulation. Cheers to everyone. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing Friday. And Chuggs and I want to know, where are you watching from? Whether it's Central Pennsylvania, maybe it's in Las Vegas, California. Throw those cities down in the comments. I know Juan Hernandez always watching from Las Vegas. What's up, my guy? I got Tano Raider, LA Crash Dog, LaDark Swan, Seabass. I salute all of you. San Jose from PG, Big Rock, Fresno, LA. What up, fam? From SoCal, Queen Sarah Otto, Missouri, York, Pennsylvania from Shav. My cousin lives in York, Pennsylvania. Oh! Patrick B! Bang! Right off the bat, everybody shout out Patrick B! Getting the show started the right way, and honestly, Patrick, I told everybody here in the studio that this was going to happen. I already got it poured up, ready to go. If you don't spam Patrick B, you eat corn the long way. Chuggs, give some shout-outs to everyone spamming Patrick. I got to knock this back.
Go! Diehard Raider fans, Sherry Lynn Collins, Ryan Lewis, Luis Rodriguez, JPM, Tano Raiders, Scott Raiders, Donkey! Juan Hernandez, Venthrak, Queen Sarah Otto, LaDark Swan, all spamming their Patrick B's. Let's freaking go! Oh. NFC Cops, Lorenzo Castillo, all spamming their Patrick B's. Patrick B, the newest member of Mount Raidermore, we salute you.
That one was tough. That was a tough one.
Yeah, I felt that.
Whew. Will the Raiders give Josh Jacobs a contract extension? I also got to add Patrick B to the Boot Hall of Fame. I mean, we're going to continue to ask this question just so all of y'all know. Until we find out what actually ends up going down, which kind of a cool thing that's going to happen on Monday. Chuggs is going to be the one that's live. This weekend, I've had a few Raider fans hit me up already. For those that don't know, Alex and I were going to Austin, Texas this weekend to check out some wedding venues. So unfortunately, really bad planning on my part, to be honest with you. But if any breaking news happens, Chuggs is going to be the one that breaks it down, and I'll probably be like Skype in or Zoom in. They'll send me a link, and I'll be able to chime in with that. So Chuggs, since you're going to be the guy live on Monday, give me your 2 cents on this.
I think the Raiders and Josh Jacobs will come to a contract extension. He's already talked about that he doesn't want to play on the franchise tag. I don't think the Raiders want to give him up. And like we'll kind of break down on the show, what is Josh Jacobs' trade value exactly if they don't give him an extension? Is it even worth it? So I think they're going to get an extension done when the rubber meets the road. Maybe it's Jacobs giving up a little bit. Maybe it's the Raiders giving up a little bit more than they wanted to as well.
Sure.
But I think they're going to get something done.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those things where kind of like in a relationship, which is what the Raiders and Jacobs have, there has to be compromise. And Jacobs can't go in there and say, here's what I want, I'm not budging. The Raiders have to say, okay, if you're not going to go for the tag, whatever Jacobs is wanting, I think you do have to try to find that middle ground in there, and it has to make sense for both sides. And I really do hope that a deal ends up getting done. Yeah. I mean, I can also sit here and say that I want Josh to play on the franchise tag, but I also do not want a unmotivated running back making $10.1 million guaranteed.
Well, Mike,
Well,
Yeah.
is that better?
To the side a little bit.
How's that?
It's just like right in front of you.
You don't like it? How's that? Better?
A little bit better.
I don't know. I feel like it's in the same spot it always is. Is it weird? I don't know.
Before it was like in front of your mouth.
I could taste it. Could taste it.
LA crashed off.
What up, LA? Congratulations to Patrick B for climbing Mount Raidermore. Yes, if you guys do not know, we now have 8 members in Mount Raidermore. Patrick B is the newest member, which he's been climbing that mountain for a while. And and I'm happy that it has finally happened. So salute to Patrick B for being a legend. All right, the game that we got going on today, Jeremy, Green Bay at the Raiders, Monday Night Football. Jordan Love, Jimmy Garoppolo, both teams are going to be 2-2. What I want to know from the nation is, who you got? Are you going to go with the Las Vegas Raiders, or are you going to take the Green Bay Packers? So the way that the Madden sim has gone is win, loss, means it's going to be a win.
We'll have to see today. And because
Oh, my God.
Since we're playing the Packers, I have a special deal.
I can't do this.
After I do this, you can. Vin Thrak wanted more explanation of what Mount Raidermore is. You can do that in just a second.
Okay.
But being that the Raiders are taking on the Packers in today's Madden sim,
Gross.
I have some spray can cheese.
It's gross.
I have a shot glass full of the spray can cheese. I'm doing cheese shots, $50 cheese shots all day today for today's live show. $50, I'm taking down, I already loaded one up, a shot of spray can cheese.
I don't think I'd ever be able to do that.
Mitch said, I said for both of us, he said, I'll do most of the drinking if you do most of the cheese. And I said, deal.
Dude, Cheese Whiz, like cheese, whatever that is, cheese in a can grosses me out.
And because of that, I did bring an extra shot glass, $100. Mitch will do a shot of cheese.
I'm not doing a shot of cheese for $100. I can promise you that.
Hey.
I'll slam down a beer for $100, no doubt, but you're gonna somebody have to offer a ridiculous deal for me in order to do that. That's on a whole nother level. Patrick B, I hope you have a good plumber. Yeah, sorry, Danny. Hopefully you guys have 2 bathrooms. LV or GB, Refine Zeus, and what exactly is Mount Raidermore? Mount Raidermore is a die-hard group of people who subscribe to the show. Not only do they donate money, but they do things like donate jerseys. They're always watching the show. They're interacting, and they help Raiders Report continue to grow. And those are the people I think that have done it arguably the most.
This one's for Patrick B.
You're going to have to put your tongue in there.
There's little ships, there's big ships. But the best kind of ships?
Friendships.
Friendships.
Oh, my God, dude. That's gross.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly grosser to watch it.
Yeah. A lot harder than I thought.
That's
really creamy.
Yeah, it looks it.
Ooh. Right.
It looks like The Simpsons just came in your mouth. That's what that looks like. That's a disaster.
Ooh. I have to shovel out the rest of this.
Yeah. Oh my, dude, there's no way I'm doing that.
Will you back me?
There's no way I am doing that.
Yeah, it hit the back of my throat real quick.
Yeah, I can tell. Dude, there's no chance I'm doing that.
I told people I would do it.
Oh my God.
I think that was a double shot. That was a ton of cheese. A lot more than I expected. I made the deal though.
Hey,
and I'm not gonna back off. If you want me to do another cheese shot, $50 for a cheese shot for us to take down the Packers.
I won't make you guys do cheese shots either. I can promise you that. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. All right, y'all. We got 216 people watching.
Scott, I did.
Only 80 likes.
I swallowed.
Yeah, I can confirm, I guess.
And not to be weird or gross.
Yeah.
I mean, I just took down a shot of
cheese.
But you know whenever we do the cheese, there's like a little bit at top, right? And we haven't used this in a couple months. The reason why I kind of gagged at the front was there was a hardened piece of cheese that was in the middle that was like a rock.
Yeah,
and then the rest around it was creamy.
That's gross. That cheese has been in there since the beginning of football season.
You want to guess when the expiration date is?
Man. Is it 2023?
It actually is.
Okay.
I didn't think it would be.
March 2023. That's the expiration day. That's my guess.
August.
Okay, so it's good.
It's good.
It's up and it's good.
Ah.
All right, y'all. Spam
that-
Chuggs. Oh! Ventrac! Bang! All right, hang on a second. That's a beer bong on Friday.
Woo!
That's a beer bong on Friday. It is Friday happy hour.
You're doing a beer bong for it?
Every 100 we get, beer
All right.
bong.
Since he's doing a beer bong, I'll just do a little squirt of the cheese for you, Ventrac.
I don't want you to. Little squirty.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's gross, dude. I can't believe you're doing that. You're going to
It's not
regret
bad, but I don't like it.
it. You're going to regret it.
It's not bad, but I don't like it.
All right, we got a watermelon. First one on tap. First one on tap.
Woo.
Shout out to Patrick B. and Ventrac.
And as always, Ventrac and Patrick B, because I hadn't brought this up, if y'all want to get $1 in, it'll be a beer boot.
Yep, I'm down with that.
Predict the score. If you send in a super chat with your score prediction and it's correct, any super chat, it's a beer bong. If it's $50 or over, it's a beer boot. Ventrac, Patrick B, if y'all send in a $2 one, we'll do a beer boot if it's correct.
Also, I have to always say this because my bosses tell me this is what is known as a grenade. It is a beer bong. It is not an actual bong. There you go. Cheers to Ventrac. Cheers to the nation.
Woo. Yeah, I need something to drink. That cheese is like coating my throat. Pause.
Not as easy to drink out of that.
Ooh. Let's see. Get those score predictions in. Javier says 28-24. Ventrac, LOL. Hey, Ventrac, Patrick B, if y'all just want to get in a $5 super chat with your score prediction, if it's right, we'll do a beer boot. Patrick B, try some milk. Refined Zeus, 31-20. Hey, Luke.
What up, Luke? What up, Ventrac? 23-20. Raiders get the win from Ventrac. That's going to be close.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know where I sit in this score prediction. I see PG is going to go 32-31 Raiders. Wow says 31-17 Raiders. 27-23 Darth Raider.
Luke Atkinson, we salute you. Thank you for the
Shout
super
out
chat.
to Luke for being a real one.
Ventrac, 23-20 Raiders.
If you send in a super chat of any amount, 50 and under, and with the correct score, and it's that correct score at the end of the game, Chuggs and I got to do a beer bong. If you send in a 50 or higher with the correct score, it's a beer boot. Obviously, not an easy thing to do, but hey, that's why we make the deals that we do. Lorenzo, 28-17. Patrick B did guess it right, though, week one. So he's already got it one time.
He got it right.
That was a legendary Patrick B show, no doubt about it. Brian Darr said it's going to end in a tie. 48-41, Raiders win. 24-17, Raiders win from the Dark Swan. Luke, 28-13, Raiders. I got you. Brian Darr, again, Adrian, 31-24, Las Vegas.
Sounded
What?
like a Bible verse for a second. You said Luke 28-13.
That's funny. Steel Cage, tank this year. Fire McDaniels and hire Harbaugh. Wow, we're going off the rails already here, Steel Cage. I mean, we got to be able to face the facts. The only way McDaniels and Ziegler, they're going to get fired is if you're, like I'm saying, you win 1, 2, 3 games this upcoming season. From what it sounds like, the record for Las Vegas does not matter this upcoming year. And Raider fans might not like to hear that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to try to win some football games. Patrick B's a freaking baller, man. Patrick B's an absolute baller. PG, 32-31. Las Vegas gets the win.
What a score.
That would be a
the
great
most
game.
electric Madden game ever.
That would be a great game. Richard, Raiders, let's go. Oh, it's a first-timer. We got to drink up. First-time super chat. We take a drink to that.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not cheersing your
cheese.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. which because of Patrick B, you got to do another cheese shot, just so you know.
Oh.
24-17. Raiders, let's go. Just win, baby. And can I get a Raiders? Richard, cheers to you. Do you know what Kopf means in German? Richard's last name, Kopf. You know what it means in German? Head. Patrick B, 27-20. Las Vegas gets the win.
My girl, give that good cop.
Cheese shot. That's all I want. Cheese shot.
Cheese shot.
What up, Mass 24, LV 17, Green Bay 13.
Have you seen Shrek before?
Yes.
Do the roar. Do the roar.
What is that, like Shrek 2 or 3? Which one is it? There's so many of them, I feel like, now. That little kid. Cheese shot. $50, beat the Packers.
I think I'm going to regret doing
You're
this.
100% going to regret doing this.
Yeah, can we get Canes?
Yeah, the lot sounds pretty good now. Go for it. Let's see it.
It was a really good idea whenever I
Yeah,
brought it up.
to be honest, I never thought it was a good idea.
My tongue got stuck. Holy
I heard
shit.
that.
Dude, I got scared for 2 seconds.
Oh my God.
I was like, holy shit, my tongue's stuck.
I heard it. Did you guys hear that or no? Could
Oh
you
my
hear
God.
that? Y for yes and for no.
Oh my God, my tongue got stuck.
That sounded like that good. Did you guys hear that? Please tell me you heard that.
Oh my God.
Ryan, Refine, Anthony. Oh my Lord.
Here, I'll just...
That's a safety hazard now. I think you're just going to have to squirt it into your mouth. Pause. Yeah. Anthony, you're 100% right.
Oh.
Martin, nice jersey, Mitch. Shout out to Patrick B.
Oh my God.
Oh my Lord. That's hilarious. That's freaking hilarious.
That's a lot of cheese.
That's way too much cheese. Die Hard Raider fan 365. What's up, y'all? All right, we're not going to just be doing a bunch of shenanigans the entire time. We do have a show on tap for every single one of y'all. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to get into the latest around Josh Jacobs. Then we're going to get into a mailbag, hashtag Raiders. You can super chat. And then you didn't update it.
Oh, I updated everything but that. Wait.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Everybody throw those L's at Chuggs. He was more worried about taking cheese down.
What are you talking about?
And now we got it. And now we got it. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm just scarred right now.
I'm scarred. I was worried for you. I saw the panic in your eyes.
Dude, my tongue, I tried pulling it out and it would not. It would not go out.
Oh my
My
God.
tongue was in there.
Yikes. Yikes. So we're going to do a Raiders and Packers Week 5 simulation today. Hopefully the Raiders can get a win, go to 3-2. Mailbag, hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. Latest on Josh Jacobs. I see a few more Super Chats that just came in now. We got Richard back for another. Mitch, first person to know my last name. Let's go. Hey, I speak German. So you can imagine my my nickname in that.
What's Richard short for? What's short for Richard?
Dick. Dickhead. That's amazing. I got it. I didn't know if you got it. I got it. Rich, I'm sorry, man. Luke, there's actually is a Bible verse, Luke 28:13, and the Mitch
Saith, the
Saith
Raiders will be victorious over the Packers. Thus saith the Mitch.
You know what? I'm into it. I'll tell you this right now. If the Raiders win today 28-13,
We're getting Luke 28:13 shirts.
I'm in. I'm in, man. Luke 28:13 Atkinson shirts. I'm in. What up, Scott Raiders? Bonjour to you. 31-27. Jimmy gets injured in the third, and O'Connell wins it. Yes?
That'd be electric.
I don't know if it happens. I have no idea yet. We'll have to wait and see.
Ooh.
We'll have to wait and
That
see.
cheese has got me early on.
I can't believe you're doing it. It's gross.
I don't get how you're not doing it. We're playing the Packers. Be a team player, Mitch.
Be a team player.
Eat the cheese.
Eat the cheese. All right, I'll make you guys a deal then. How about that? I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
I will do a cheese shot. Ugh. Oh my God, I can't. It's the worst.
For 100.
Huh?
For 100.
I don't know if I want to do it for 100. I'd rather do a beer bong for 100. I don't know. I would rather this.
We're 150 away from 500.
Okay.
If we get there, would you do a cheese shot?
150 for a cheese shot.
And I'll do a cheese shot as well with you.
Oh man, I don't know if that's enough, Chuggs. It's just I'm worried I'm gonna throw up.
Cheese shot. Cheese shot.
Are you gonna do a cheese shot?
Hey, Seeps, you down?
I gotta do it too.
200 for a group cheese shot?
200 for a group cheese shot.
Chip, you down? He said yes. Chip said yes. Chip said he's down for a cheese shot.
So Seeps is down for a cheese shot.
Petey.
Chip's down for a cheese shot.
Cheese shot?
What does that mean? We're playing the Packers, Petey. We're taking down the Packers.
Cheese shot?
Petey said he's in for a cheese shot. All right, so 5 cheese shots for $200.
I know Chase wants a cheese shot.
That's what I'll do. I ain't doing. Somebody said empty the can for $500. How much is in the can?
Way. Dude, it's full.
Ew, I'm not touching it.
Just feel how full it is.
Dude, there's
it's like
no
90%
way.
full.
There's no way I'm doing that.
This would be like a full beer mug of cheese.
Oh, dude. I mean, we have done a queso boot before.
And how did that go, Mitch?
Not good. It was that was a disaster, if I'm being honest with you. That was an absolute disaster.
Oh, my God. All right.
Ready? Latest Jacobs?
Let's do it.
If we get a $200, hey, well then we'll call the troops in after the Jacobs segment. It's going to be nuts, man. It's this show that we're about to get into here is around 2 questions that I continually to get asked, tied in with the latest report from Vic Tafur. So that's what you guys are going to get here on today's Raiders Report show. I keep burping really bad right now. Whew. I got the burps. Are you guys ready? You ready? So we got the coldie, and then we'll get into it. Sound good?
Yeah, I think what I'll do is
You're just going to push me
you,
over.
and then we'll do intro into the...
Sounds good. I like the sound of that. All right, if you're ready to get this Raiders show on the road, I want you to show Josh Jacobs some love. Spam those JJs in the chat. Ooh. And if you haven't already, I've already seen Queen Sarah Otto has asked every single one of y'all to hit that like button. I mean, come on. If Queen Sarah Otto's asking you to do it, I think if you don't do it, that is a shame on you and a slap in the face to our queen here of the Raiders Report. So coming up here live on the show, the latest on Josh Jacobs, a mailbag. Use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. And then we're going to do our Week 5 Madden simulation against the Green Bay Packers. That's coming up right now here on the Raiders Report. Join the Raiders Report family and hit that subscribe button. We are 50 subs away from 138,000. So if you want to join the #1 most watched Raiders channel on YouTube, take a second, look down there. See that subscribe button? I want you to click it. And you see that bell? I also want you to turn that on. That way you never miss any Raiders news or rumors. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. And before we get into the latest around Josh Jacobs, today's show is presented by Manscaped. I know Patrick B. Manscapes. Why? Savannah Jean told me. And if you want to Manscape as well, go to manscaped.com. Use code Raiders for 20% off. And you're going to be able to get free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. So coming up on today's show, I would say the top 2 questions that I continually to get asked, the top 2 questions that are circulating around, we'll call it Raiders social media, is number 1, will the Raiders extend Josh Jacobs? They got until July 17th, Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then number 2 is, if the Raiders don't, reach an agreement with number 8, then what exactly happens? I am going to answer both of those questions on today's show. So the latest here around Jacobs is this. According to Vic Tafur of The Athletic, the Raiders' negotiations with Jacobs are expected to go to the wire. And if you don't know what the wire means, that literally means all the way up until the deadline. So Josh's team, the Raiders, McDaniels, Ziegler, they're going to continue to have conversations that are going to lead all the way up until that deadline. The very first time that a deal was presented to Jacobs in terms of an actual extension was this past Saturday. So the expression that deadlines make deals is 100% accurate in this entire regard. But the fact that Jacobs was given the franchise tag all the way back in, March, February at this point, he has yet to sign that. He's been very vocal on social media. He's also been very vocal to people who I have talked to, and he's just simply expressing the fact that he doesn't believe that he deserves to play on the franchise tag. He believes after the season that he's had, the 4 seasons that he's had for his entire career, he deserves to get paid, and he wants to make some actual money because he knows this is his time to get that paycheck. So what do you guys think here? I don't know if I've ever even asked this question yet this week, right? I laugh because I feel like I ask it every show. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Will the Raiders give Josh Jacobs a contract extension? My answer on Jacobs is this. I do think that McDaniels and Ziegler, they're going to have a good conversation with Josh, and they're going to be able to come to agreement with a contract extension. However, when you listen to the words of Vic Tafur from The Athletic, I'm telling you this right now, you guys can read this quote the way that you want it. He doesn't sound nearly as confident in terms of getting that deal done. Here's what he had to say on why the Raiders wouldn't pay Josh. He lists 3 reasons. 1, the Patriots have never paid top running backs top dollar, and McDaniels and Raiders general manager Dave Ziegler want to stay true to their former boss Bill Belichick's model. 2, the NFL has devalued running backs annually, and it hasn't been wrong. Rookies and free agents have mostly performed well when plugged into teams with solid offensive lines. And 3, the big one, the Raiders have no idea what they want to be. That final statement there by Vic is simply saying, when you look at the Raiders last offseason, they traded for Devontae Adams. They went out and signed Chandler Jones. They had huge contract extensions with Max Crosby, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Derek Carr. When teams do that type of stuff, it means that, hey, I'm in win now mode. I'm trying to go out and chase a Super Bowl ring. Fast forward 1 year later after a 6-11 season, now everything just sounds like, oh, rebuild, which I don't think is necessarily fair because, let's face it, they tried to win. They were unable to do it. So that's where Vic is simply saying, this team doesn't know where they stand. If they can go out there and win games, they're going to go out there and try to win games. But then they could also say, well, hey, this was a rebuild season after all, since the record probably doesn't matter all that much. Now, today's show, y'all, is presented by Manscaped, and you can save 20% off and get free shipping on all of Manscaped's products. They don't only have products that make your downstairs look great. They also have a ton of products that make your belly button and up region also look pretty good. I have been told that my beard game is strong, which I agree with. Why? I use Manscaped products. I've also been told that another part of my game is pretty strong as well. Why? Because I use Manscaped products. Studies show, what do women like? People who smell good, people who are attractive, people who look presentable. And even if you're sitting there saying, you know what, Mitch? I might not be an 8. I may not be a 9. I may not be a 10. But you know what, man? If you at least put the effort forward and to make sure that you're groomed in all the right areas and make sure that you're smelling great, you're going to be a lot luckier. That I can promise you. And it is Smooth Sack Summer after all. And with 52% off right now with a Platinum Package, $119.99 with promo code Raiders, it is one hell of a deal. You're going to be able to get your Manscaped deodorant. You're going to be able to get your Weed Whacker. So if you got some gnarly nose hairs sticking out, you can get rid of them. We got shampoo, we got conditioner, we got ball toner, ball deodorant. At the end of the day, man, if you're not taking advantage of the deals that we have here with Manscaped, that's on you. That's on you. So go enjoy all their awesome products. I promise you, she's going to like it too. Code Raiders, Manscaped.com. All right, we're going to continue to look at and talk about Josh Jacobs because the thing that we talked about yesterday was the newest report from Josh. He sat down with Fox 5 reporter and essentially told her that if a deal is not made by 4 p.m. Eastern time, he's not going to be at training camp, which I really don't think should surprise many people considering the fact of he hasn't signed the franchise tag, he doesn't need to show up for training camp, and he's not expected to be there. And if I'm Jacobs, I'm like, well, shit, I showed up for training camp last year, and y'all played me in the Hall of Fame game, and then I ran for 1,600 yards and had 2,000 yards of total offense. Like, I'm not going to do that. With veterans reporting July 25th, the thing that I really want you to look at here on screen is the thing that I was told a few days ago, which was he doesn't want to play on the tag. And if he doesn't get that contract extension and he ends up holding out of training camp, McDaniels and Ziegler's not going to like that. And Josh is going to be upset. I'm talking about Jacobs. Jacobs is going to be upset the fact that he didn't get his extension. So now you got a really ugly marriage starting to brew. And I was told by a source that it could get ugly, which, what does that mean? Because the last thing that McDaniels and Ziegler want is, okay, Josh, hey, man, we didn't get you that contract extension. You're now going to make $10.1 million guaranteed. What if Jacobs just says, that money's guaranteed? I'm not going to go out there and I'm not going to put my body on the line for a team because I know they're not going to pay me the money. Then what does he do? He puts his feet up, doesn't put as much effort forward, doesn't buy into what the Raiders are doing. The following offseason says, get me the hell out of here. Or he's like, all right, if you guys aren't going to pay me, I'm going to demand a trade, and I'm going to go elsewhere. And then you could have another scenario where, what if the relationship gets so bad that McDaniels and Ziegler are like, we're trying to build something here. You were a captain for us last season. If you're not willing to go all in and buy into what we're selling, like the Raiders, this organization, this regime right now, I'm telling you what, they're not going to F around. And if Jacobs F's around, he might find out. Here's the other thing, though. If the Raiders F around, they might find out that they really need Josh Jacobs. So if the Raiders trade Jacobs, or if Jacobs demands a trade, I'll tell you this right now, Las Vegas is not getting a first-round pick. Why? Not that Jacobs isn't worth a first-round pick. He absolutely is. And if they would have tried to trade him back before the NFL draft all the way up in April, they probably got a first-rounder. But now the draft has come and gone. Free agency has come and gone. Trades have already happened. So how many teams necessarily are looking for that star running back to pay a lot of money, and then you got to give up draft capital for? The answer, not many. So to me, when I think about Josh, teams aren't trying to trade for running backs right now. And then especially when you think of everything that it's going to take to get Josh. Because if I'm the Raiders, I want a second-round pick, at least. Honestly, I want a first-round pick for the guy who just led the NFL in basically scrimmage yards last season. I would want a first-rounder. Chances are you're probably not going to get that. Okay, so now I'm an NFL team, and I'm sitting here going, well, do I want to trade a second-round pick for Josh Jacobs? I could do that. If I trade for him, well, now I got to make him arguably one of the highest-paid running backs in the NFL, because if you make that type of trade, you're showing Josh that you have that type of commitment to him, and now you're going to have to pay him, I'm going to say $15 million per year. And I don't really think many NFL teams are going to do that. So if I'm Jacobs, I also have to look at myself in the mirror and be like, man, I got to learn from history, because there was another running back, very, very talented this offseason, like that said, put me on the trade market if you're not going to pay me. And recently, Austin Eckler has talked about how he is ticked off that third-string wide receivers, and when I say third-string, I mean the third-best wide receiver on a team makes more money than him, which I 100% agree with Eckler. It's effed up. It's not right. But that's the world that we live in right now with the running back market, because they are replaceable. And when you think about Eckler asking for a trade, like the numbers he put up on the ground last season, 915 yards, 13 touchdowns. But guess what? Even a running back that can catch the football the way that Eckler does. I love Josh Jacobs. He is nowhere in the world or realm that Eckler is in terms of being able to catch the ball. And Eckler, with 107 catches, 722 yards, and 5 touchdowns last season, way better than Christian McCaffrey type of numbers, couldn't find a trade suitor. Do you know why? Because if NFL teams are sitting here going, why am I going to trade for a running back that wants to get paid all this money when, if I want to, I can go to the free agency pool right now, which has Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette, and James Robinson? Or any of these running backs as good as Jacobs? No. Are any of these running backs as talented as Austin Eckler? No. Are any of these guys even close to those two? No, I do not think so. However, if an organization, if the NFL believes that, hey, man, if I got a great offensive line, I can then pay Dalvin Cook $5 million a year compared to paying Josh Jacobs $14 million, do a running back by committee. That's the way that the NFL is trending. Why? Because it's worked. Like, it's a copycat league. And the fact that it's worked, that's what hurts Josh Jacobs. That's what hurts Saquon Barkley. That's what hurts all running backs right now. Is it unfair to RBs? Yes, it is. But, hey, sometimes business is business, and all these guys are trying to do is win football games after all. And it has shown winning football games doesn't make sense to pay your running back a lot of money. So let's just say this. If the Raiders are forced to trade Jacobs, either Jacobs says, all right, y'all aren't going to pay me, ship me the hell out, which could potentially happen. I don't know if it will happen. You never know how these negotiations end up going down. From what I understand, both sides want to have a good relationship. But when money starts getting involved, I mean, divorce can absolutely happen. So my question is this. If the Raiders are forced to trade Jacobs, or if McDaniels and Ziegler are like, all right, man, if you're just going to pout and whine, we wanted you to be a leader, we're going to get you the hell out of here. Who's going to be the Raiders' number one running back this upcoming season? Are they going to go out and sign a free agent? Are they going to rely on somebody in their own current backfield? Who will be the Raiders' RB1? And coming up here after this YouTube ad break, you're going to get my answer. The top Jacobs replacement, and this really shouldn't surprise many people that I'll say legitimately follow along with the Raiders, with the silver and black, it's Zamir White. They drafted him in 2022 in the 4th round out of Georgia, and everybody who I talk to tells me that Zamir is in, I'm going to laugh a little bit here, the best shape of his life. But I do think for Zamir, he understands the opportunity that might be there. Like, he has the opportunity to step into a backfield, be the number one running back for a team that had the number one rushing leader last season. Do I think Zamir is ready to replace Jacobs? No, I do not. Is he in the same realm of talent of Jacobs? No, he isn't. But I do think Zamir can be a solid running back, and then if you're able to sprinkle in a little bit of Amir Abdullah, if you're able to also use the Sincere McCormick, a Britton Brown when need be, like, you can get by with a running back by committee. There's no doubt about it. So to me, I understand that this whole thing could turn ugly, which is where I'm going to go back here with Jacobs, because this could get ugly. It could get ugly for the Raiders. It could get ugly for Jacobs. And when you are looking forward and you're really trying to build what McDaniels and Ziegler are trying to build, you cannot afford to have somebody making $10.1 million of guaranteed money mad about it, right? Like, I want Jacobs to show up fired up. I want him to be ready, locked and loaded to be that type of bell cow running back that we know he can be. And what I'm worried about is, well, if he doesn't want to play on the franchise tag and he doesn't get that contract extension, he's going to pout a little bit. Now, at the Chat Sports office, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, when we get comments in our, videos, and we check out our comments all the time because that's part of our job here. And there's certain people that when they comment on stuff, they whine a little bit. So I'm going to read this in my whiny Raiders Report YouTube voice. But Meech, didn't Josh Jacobs say he would be okay playing on the franchise tag? Yes, he did say he'd be okay playing on the franchise tag. But he said the only way he'd be willing to play on that franchise tag is if the Raiders built a very talented team around him. Here's the bottom line. Jacobs doesn't feel like the Raiders did that. So by him not feeling that they did that, he doesn't feel like that he has that responsibility to play on the franchise tag. I'm going to go all the way back to February 9th. Chris Sims interviews Josh Jacobs, and here's where the whole he'd be okay to play on the franchise tag. Essentially, it was he'd be okay to play on the franchise tag, but only if the team loaded up at other positions and added players around him. That's where that quote falls in line. If you want me to come back as the hero, you better pay me like a hero. So there's where Jacobs is telling you, McDaniels and Ziegler, if you want me to come back and be that bell cow on a team that you're not actually trying to win games for, then you better pay me like it. If you're not willing to pay me, then I'm going to come back as the villain. He's literally telling you what he's going to do. I don't need a villain on this team. We need to go out and have one hell of a team. And if he doesn't believe the Raiders built a roster good enough for him to accept the franchise tag, Raiders need to be able to accept that. Because if we're asking him to sign the tag, I think that's something that at the end of the day, we need to sit back and say, he told us, and now we made the decision, we got to live with it. So let's continue to look here on Jacobs and the entire situation. If Josh Jacobs doesn't believe in the team that the Raiders have built, then why should Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler give him a contract extension? Would you give a running back an extension that is literally telling you that he doesn't believe in the team that you've built? I think it's an honest question. Like, there's not going to be many people up here that can give me an argument that Josh doesn't deserve to get his money. He does. He was the best offensive player that the Raiders had last season, and that's with a guy like Devontae Adams. He has the opportunity to be the face of the offense. He is a captain on this team. The Raiders want him to be a part of the mix, but they also want the motivated Josh. I don't want an 80% Josh Jacobs because that's just not what you're paying for, in my opinion. So if it's true that the Raiders' 2023 season record, and this has been reported by many people out there, doesn't matter, if I'm going to sit up here and say that the Raiders' record doesn't matter, then why would the Raiders pay Jacobs? Like, that's an honest-to-God question. Because if I'm a fan and I'm saying, all right, y'all are going to make me do this crazy stuff, sending my family out to Las Vegas where it costs all this money, I need to also know, are you trying to win games or not? And I think that's also one thing Jacobs wants to know. Are you guys trying to win games or not? I think it's a legitimate question. So why pay Jacobs, right? These are the top two reasons why a payday ends up going down. I think the biggest number one thing that would be smart from a financial standpoint is if the Las Vegas Raiders are trying to win games, you make this Jacobs thing work. If you legitimately don't care what your record is in 2023 and you don't care about winning games, then yeah, I don't know if you need to pay Jacobs because it doesn't matter anyway. The only reason why you pay a running back on a contract extension is if you are legitimately trying to win games. I'll also say the other reason is Ziegler, right? He's been a mastermind with contracts, and if you front load the deal and you make a lot of guarantees and then you give yourself an out clause in case it doesn't work, then I do think that makes sense instead of handcuffing yourself, kind of like what the Dallas Cowboys did with Ezekiel Elliott. If you give Jacobs a contract extension, it's got to be 3 years, and that has to be the max. The other reason why you pay Jacobs is McDaniels and Ziegler, right? They can do all these things that they want. Jeremy Chuggs and I, we can do what we want here on the Raiders Report, but I know this. If my boss walks in here, and if Mark Davis looks at both McDaniels and Ziegler and says, you're going to pay Josh Jacobs, guess what happens? They're going to end up paying Josh Jacobs because it's his money at the end of the day. So when you talk about Vic Tafur earlier saying he wasn't confident, Tafur also, though, said in his article that Mark Davis is sitting in Josh Jacobs' corner. Davis is clearly in Jacobs' corner as he views the running back as an old-school Raider with his toughness, running the ball, and also managing injuries to get back on the field and shoulder more of the load. This is an exact quote from Davis this offseason. He was the heart of our team last year. If we had 22 Josh Jacobses with that mentality, that guy is just amazing. So when your owner, and I don't know if I've ever thought I'd ever say Josh Jacobses, right? But seriously, if your owner's saying, hey, man, if we had 11 guys on defense that play as hard as Jacobs does, if we had 11 guys on offense that play as hard as Jacobs does, the fact that Mark Davis is in his corner, that is going to be a big-time thing. And, you know, Davis, he's a businessman, and he will be the first person to tell you, I don't know a lot about football, right? That's why I let McDaniels do it. That's why I let Ziegler do that. But you got to give Mark at least a little bit of credit. He has really done a good job being able to move the Raiders to Las Vegas, which credit to him. But Davis also knows when you're in a city like Las Vegas, and some of y'all might laugh at this, but the Las Vegas Aces, they just won a championship. The Las Vegas Golden Knights just won a championship. And then there's the Las Vegas Raiders that just went 6-11 last season, and they've had a lot of drama off the field around that football team. If you're trying to put butts in seats and you want to avoid what happened in Week 17, Week 18, where the 49ers and Chiefs took over Allegiant Stadium, you need star power. That's what Las Vegas is. People with star power go to Las Vegas, whether you're an entertainer, whatever it is. That's what Las Vegas represents. And if you're going to ask people to pay the amount of money to just watch a Raiders game, Ben, you better have some star power that you're trying to sell. I mean, look at these numbers right here according to Ticket IQ, okay? Las Vegas has an average price of $1,035 per game. That is 28% higher than the next most expensive ticket, the New England Patriots at $806. Last season's NFC champions follow them, the Philadelphia Eagles, at 642. The defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, at 607. And then the San Francisco 49ers at $591. It is tough to ask any fan to go watch a team that reporters have literally said it doesn't matter what the record is in 2023. That has been well reported. And if that's the case, how are you going to convince me? How are you going to convince Patrick B? How are you going to convince Rebel Montana? How are you going to convince Tryvan, diehard Raider fans, mediocre Raider fans, to spend over $1,000 per ticket? And on top of that, the flight. On top of that, the hotel. On top of that, food, drinks, everything in Las Vegas. I mean, I talk to people all the time. I know one man, he takes his wife, and there's 2 kids out to Las Vegas to go watch Raiders game. That entire weekend for him is $5,000 to $6,000. That is an insane amount of money to watch a team if you're not trying to win football games. So what does Josh Jacobs do? Yes, it might be a little bit money up front for Mark Davis, Ziegler, and whoever. But it also helps puts butts in seats, which helps pays for that stadium. So to me, on this entire Josh Jacobs situation, I do believe that the Raiders give Jacobs an extension. And if they don't, Josh will realize that there isn't a team trying to trade for and pay big money to a running back. So he will be forced to play on the franchise tag. I think Josh is a smart guy. I think, unfortunately, for him, it's a little bit of a difficult situation right now with the running back market the way that it is. But I can promise you this. He is a hell of a running back, and if they give him a contract extension, when they give him a contract extension, he's going to go out there and he's going to ball out. He's going to give you everything he's got. He wants to be a Raider. McDaniels and Ziegler also want him to be a Raider. And I do think he's got to have that unfortunate look himself in the mirror type of moment and be like, man, it's not me. It's just the running back market right now ain't that. I do think, though, that the Raiders come Monday, Jacobs come Monday, man, they're going to get a deal together, and it's going to be before that deadline at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Reminder, though, when Jacobs' deal is done, we will be live here on the Raiders Report, and if for whatever reason it doesn't get done, it's not going to be me. It's going to be Jeremy Chuggs live here on the Raiders Report. I don't want you to miss that. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. A lot of cheese on today's show,
Dude,
man.
I was just thinking that.
A lot of cheese on today's show.
I didn't plan this either. It's National Mac and Cheese Day. We had a little office-spirited debate earlier.
Okay.
Is mac and cheese
I'm
a
listening.
side dish or a main dish?
So, I said if it's just plain mac and cheese, side dish.
Spirit.
It is just a side dish. However, if there's like some lobster mac and cheese in that, that's where I think it could potentially be a main dish. But I still wouldn't order it as a main dish. Queen Sarah Otto says both. Juan Hernandez says side. RCJ Cool says side. Both from Robert.
Sorry, I had to talk some logistics really quick.
Okay.
I'm saying
I think it's a side. I think it's more of a side than a main.
yes, I agree.
Now, the only way it can be a main, though, to me,
You got to add meat.
like, it's got to be...
You got to have like bacon mac and cheese, chicken mac and cheese,
even
lobster.
bacon mac and cheese, to me, still a side.
Ooh, if it's loaded with bacon, though?
Loaded with bacon mac and cheese, still a side. Lobster mac and cheese, that's where I can start to get convinced.
Chicken mac and cheese?
I don't know. Like, it would have to be an absurd amount of chicken.
Anonymous says side chick.
Side chick? Get those votes in. I will say mac and cheese with burnt ends. That does sound fire.
Way better than Cane's.
Absolutely better than Cane's, man.
Hey, and just a reminder, $200. We're getting a bunch of guys in here. We're doing an office spray can cheese shot. All of us are taking shots of spray can cheese, including our main man, Mitchell Renz. Because he loves spray can cheese.
It's just disgusting.
It's actually Mitch's favorite is spray can cheese. But we have a ton of Super Chats to get through. But also, before we get through the Super Chats, I do want to remind everybody, we have a mailbag coming up next. We need more questions.
We do.
So get hashtag Raiders or Super Chat.
Don't put any of the scored ones in there.
If you Super Chat, ask a Raiders question if you want it to get on the mailbag. If not, it's not going to get on the mailbag because we need Raiders questions for the mailbag.
Yep.
So if you Super Chat with a Raiders question, it'll get on there. You use hashtag Raiders, good chance it gets on there as well.
Joshua said, for my kid, it's a main. That I agree with. Kids, mac and cheese, that can be a main dish.
Oh, mac and cheese or shells and cheese?
Ooh. Like when you say shells, like the Velveeta shells?
Or any are you on macaroni noodle or shell noodle? Which one's better?
Oh, man. See, I'm going to be very ridiculous here because I ate a lot of Kraft macaroni and cheese as a kid. However, if you were to ask me which one would I rather have now, I like the legit shells is what I would go with now.
Yeah, the shells.
But like if I want to go like nostalgic and like think of like the old school like macaroni and cheese days, like I can remember my mom bought me like the dinosaur ones or like the SpongeBob ones. Like if I want to go down memory lane, I'm going to go with that route. But if I want like good mac and cheese right now, like Velveeta with some shells, oh yeah.
Dude, shells smack.
Can't beat it. What up, Tano? 31-28 Raiders. Hayes Hall of Fame. It's about damn time. Shot for every roughing the passer call.
So complete transparency. I did all of these weeks' games.
Yeah.
Already together, so we might. I don't necessarily remember how many roughing the passer penalties we get today. Next week, I'll turn them down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll turn down the roughing the passer.
I mean, it was fun. I mean, we had like 7 or 8. I mean, that was pretty good. But Tano Raider, man, the tattoo, absolutely love it. Let's go to yesterday's MVP, Brandon Jasper. He says Raiders 17, Packers 10 with the victory. Remember, if you send in a super chat with the correct score, if it is that score in our Madden simulation, Chuggs and I, we're going to knock back a beer bong. Let's go to Patrick. I think they won't regret giving Jacobs the money. What's really the holdup? Where's the mentality be impacted with or without JJ? Thoughts? I think right now the holdup with Jacobs and with the Raiders is you have your head coach and your general manager that don't believe in paying running backs, right? And I will admit, they have done right by Jacobs in certain scenarios. They turned down the 5th-year option. That turned to be a big-time loss for the Raiders, so now they're giving them the franchise
We're going to
tag.
have this one in the mailbag as well.
All right, yeah, I think it's a good one for the mailbag. So to me, when it comes to Josh, a lot of different scenarios, but Chuggs wants me to answer it in the mailbag, so I'll do that. Move today, 24-21 Raiders. I got Mitch Delish. What does that say?
I got Mitch to do the queso.
Oh, I read it back. Sorry, that's on me. You got me to do the queso boot.
You did.
That was awful.
Never again.
I don't think I could ever do that again. That was a
Full
nightmare.
transparency, Mitch blew chunks.
That was bad. PG, mac and cheese with burn ends, delish.
You been to Hutchins?
Raiders. Hutchins. I don't know if I've ever been to Hutchins. Pretty good.
Trace.
Wait, is that the one in Deep Ellum?
That's the one in Melissa.
Oh, I don't know that then. Pretty good?
It's bomb.
Yeah? Okay. I might have to check it out. Let's go to Raider Baby Making Machine.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch Chuggs, can I get a shout out for getting the job with the Raiders?
Hey.
Had my interview yesterday at Allegiant and got news today that I got the job. P.S. F the Eagles, Broncos, and Rams fans.
Who interviewed with me?
Who interviewed?
Raiders. Wow. That's how he ends it.
I mean,
hey, looks like we have a new inside source.
We do have a new inside source and a very first-time super chatter.
Oh.
Cheers to Raider Baby Making Machine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody type those congrats in there. That's awesome, man. Anytime somebody gets a brand new job that you're excited about, that's awesome.
Reminder, $50, I'm doing cheese shots. $200, we're doing office cheese shots. Or we're going to have some of the new guys come in here. Mitch is also going to have to take a cheese shot, which he's super pumped about.
Yeah, I think that scares me more than a boot. I would rather do the Megalodon boot than take that cheese whiz shot.
I shook it up. It's good.
It's not good. There's no way that it's good.
It's
your tongue almost came out of your. I don't know if that was from the cheese or the shot. I'm convinced that easy cheese is cement. That's what I'm convinced. That looks awful. Absolutely awful. Get those congratses in there right now. Show some love.
20% of your daily calcium.
Wow. Is it made with real cheese?
4 grams of protein. Let's see. Ingredients. Whey, canola oil, milk protein concentrate, cheddar cheese. 4th ingredient. Milk, contains less than 2% of sodium citrate, sodium phosphate, salt, calcium phosphate, lactic acid, milk fat, sodium alginate, sorbic acid, preservative, sodium caseinate, acetic acid, color, annatto extract, and apocarinol, enzymes, and cheese culture.
Do it for the culture.
Do it for the culture.
I mean, the amount of things that you just pronounced in that I had no idea what you're saying. I don't know, man. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Whereabouts in cheddar was that made? I don't know.
Yeah, technically you can't call it cheddar cheese if it's not made in the cheddar region of France.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like wine. There's certain wines that you can only call wines. It's got to be made in a certain area. I learned that this year, so that's something that I guess that I've learned. Shout out to Patrick B from Brandon Jasper.
But hey, if you want to see us do some cheese shots, because we're playing the Packers today.
We are playing the Packers
$200 for
today.
Mitch and everybody to do cheese shots. $50 if you want to see me take down some.
I'll make you guys a deal right now. If we get a $50 super chat, I'll do a beer bong just so Jeremy has to do a cheese whiz shot. You in? I mean, you're definitely in. I'm in.
All
right.
And I'll make a deal. $200 super chat. I'll do a beer bong as well with the cheese shots, just so we can make Mitch do a cheese shot, because I know Mitch does not.
I don't think I'll have to end up doing
James,
it.
you down for a cheese shot?
I don't know.
He's from the Midwest.
Brett would do it.
Cheese shot.
Brett would 100% do it. If Brett handled the jelly beans the way that he did, honestly, he might finish that cheese whiz.
Cheese shot? What? We're playing the Packers.
Yeah, we're playing the Packers. $50 for a cheese shot. He's trying to get me to do it. I don't want anything to do with it.
Can I do it without the shot glass?
Huh?
Take it.
No, it's more fun.
Honestly, I would recommend not doing the shot glass because Jeremy almost lost his tongue.
I got my tongue stuck in it.
I'm about to.
like legitimately, tongue was stuck.
It was not fun.
Take it now, or you're saying this is the deal?
Well, $200. We said we'd do an office cheese shot.
Yeah, like Seeps out there said he's down. Honestly, Chipper was really excited about the cheese shot.
Is this Seeps?
Who?
I don't know. Just
it might be. I'm shaking my head. Are y'all cheese lovers? No, today we're taking down cheese. We're taking down the cheese heads. Raiders, Packers. That's why we're doing it.
I will not do it in the shot glass because nobody wants to see that. I'll do a.
You'd be surprised, Brett.
I'll do a whippet of cheese.
A
whippet of cheese.
I'll do a whippet of cheese. What in the Kirk Cousins is going on here?
All right, let's get into this Raiders mailbag.
Yeah, let's get into this mail sack.
I don't think we're gonna get a Mitch cheese shot.
That's fine with me. I'm not upset about it. I can promise you that.
I am a little bit. I wanted to see you try to take down the cheese.
Dude, I don't know. It's nuts. It's just so gross to me. It's the texture. It's the smell. I think
like I said, I'll do
in a can.
I'll do a beer bong with it. We're gonna get a bunch of guys in here to do some cheese shots. What if 2 people sent 100?
Huh?
If 2 different people sent 100, would you do it?
Yeah. That's different.
We gotta make.
Jeremy's I'm gonna go on my own YouTube account.
I want Mitch to do this cheese shot.
I don't
want
to do that. I don't want to do it. All right, we're gonna get into a mailbag here. If we get 2 100s, back to back, yeah, we'll do it. That's not gonna be good though. All right, you ready?
I think I'm ready. Are you ready?
I hope so. I think I'm about as ready as I'm going to be. Coming up right now here on the Raiders Report, Raiders Mailbag. So with hashtag Raiders or Super Chat, get those questions, comments on the show right now here on the Raiders Report. It's mailbag time here on the Raiders Report, and shout out to today's sponsor, Panda Supps. It's the middle of July. It's hot as balls. So whether you live in Las Vegas, California, maybe you live in Texas, or maybe you're on the East Coast. I talked to my dad enough about the weather, and it sounds like it's pretty warm up there too. I want you guys to stay hydrated, and the easiest way to do that is get your hands on some BCAAs from Panda Supps. Use code Raiders for 25% off at pandasupps.com. Link's going to be available for you guys in the comments description of today's show. Let's go to Patrick. What up, Patrick? He says, I think they won't regret giving Jacobs the money. What's really the holdup? Where will the mentality be impacted with or without JJ? So, first off, will they regret giving Jacobs the money? I think the only way that you regret it is if he ends up getting injured, which has happened with a lot of other Raiders running backs. And I've released a show, I'm going to say a week or two ago, of history suggests that the Raiders shouldn't pay Jacobs the money, because when you look at history since 2012 or 2013, running backs that have had over 300 touches, running backs that have led the NFL in touches, the following season have only averaged 12 and a half games and a much lesser impact overall for your roster. Now, you can't predict the future. You don't exactly know what's going to happen. The only way that the Raiders regret it, though, is if he does end up getting injured. And then in terms of what's like the impact if he does and he doesn't, if the Raiders extend Jacobs, that tells me that they are trying to win now. If they don't give a shit about Jacobs and they say, no, man, we're not trying to extend you, you're going to play on the franchise tag or you're going to go somewhere else, that screams to me that, no, this team is not trying to win football games this season. So, something to think about. Let's go to another one rolling in here from Steel Cage. It says, tank this year, fire McDaniels, and hire Harbaugh. I will say that I do think that Harbaugh would have been a better head coach than McDaniels probably a year or two ago when they did the whole hiring process after Gruden. But this team, to me, I don't know if they're going to tank. I don't know if I trust them to take the right quarterback if they even did tank. On top of that, McDaniels and Ziegler aren't going anywhere. This 2023 season does not matter in terms of record unless they are like 3-2-1 wins type of bad. But to me, both of those guys are going to be back next season in 2024, and that will be their true prove-it year. Let's go to Luke. What up, brother? Bleacher Report had an article saying that the Raiders could trade for Baltimore linebacker Patrick Queen. What are your thoughts? Well, I've actually already done a video on the Raiders potentially trading for Patrick Queen. It's probably a month and a half ago. But if you type in Patrick Queen, Raiders Report, you're going to be able to get my full analysis on that. And a lot of times, if you see articles out there from people or if you have a question, if you type in Patrick Queen, Raiders Report, there's a video on it. If you type in a lot of players' names into YouTube and then type Raiders Report, guess what? There's a good chance that I've already made a video on it. We have over 2,500 videos on this channel. I understand why people want to make the trade because the Raiders linebacker room is a little bit thin. With Divine Diablo, Robert Spillane, it's probably a bottom 5 overall linebacking unit. Though I am curious to see where a guy like Isaiah Mayo is able to fit in. How much does Luke Masterson grow in year 2? I know this team is very excited about Amari Burney, the rookie out of Florida. And then the other reason why Patrick Queen is a target, I'll say, is also because of the Raiders coaching staff. And, you know, they got Rob Ryan. He was the inside linebackers coach with Baltimore. Even though Queen is more of an outside linebacker, it's still something that this team always looks at in terms of connections. If there's a connection, then a lot of times a deal ends up getting done. What up, Derek? Do you think that the Raiders get a deal done with Josh Jacobs? I knew I was going to get a lot of questions today around Jacobs because of the significance of that franchise tag deadline, essentially, which I guess not technically a franchise tag deadline, the extension deadline at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, July 17th, Monday. So for some of you that are watching this live, for those that watch this on a later date, technically today, but do I think a deal gets done? Yes, I honestly do. I think that this Raiders team realizes that they are going to need Josh Jacobs, but they also want a happy, motivated Josh, and they would rather get a happy, motivated Josh, even if that costs $12.5, $13.5 million per year, instead of a unhappy, unmotivated team captain making $10.1 million guaranteed. But what do you guys say? It's going to be the pinned comment on today's show. Will the Raiders get a deal done with Josh Jacobs? I want you to type your yes, or I want you to type no. You're about to get hit with a YouTube ad break, so scroll on down and give me your thoughts. Let's go to G-Baby. G-Baby is from a movie, and I can't remember what movie it is. It's a great movie, though. What are record predictions? What are record predictions? They are when people think about what record a team is going to have. Now, my record prediction this year for the Raiders, I think you could make an argument for 7-10, 8-9, 9-8, 10-7. I think all of those are potential for the silver and black. What up, Lowell? Do you think tight end 87, Michael Mayer, is going to start with immediate impact? Define immediate impact, right? Like in terms of the stat sheet, I don't think he's going to put up huge numbers right away from a stat sheet standpoint. In terms of what all tight ends are asked to do at the NFL level, in terms of blocking, Mayer's a good blocker right away. Like I think in terms of being able to compete at the NFL level right away, He is a above-average route runner. He is an above-average pass catcher. He is an above-average run blocker, an above-average pass blocker for the tight end position, and that's why he was a top 10 prospect on a lot of people's boards. The Raiders were lucky the fact that he fell all the way to round 2, and I do think that Austin Hooper earlier on in the season is going to have more snaps than Mayer. However, the later and later that the season goes, Mayer, I do think, ends up taking over as that true tight end 1 role. Let's go to Zeno. Love what you guys do. It seems like no one will get paid on their tag, especially Barkley. I actually think Saquon gets paid first, and then it goes to Jacobs. Like, I really, truly believe that Saquon Barkley, I'll put it at a 90% chance that he ends up getting a contract extension. And then with Josh Jacobs, this number to me continues to rise and rise with all these reports out there and everybody that I talk to. I'd probably put right now Josh Jacobs Josh Jacobs extension, probably 55, 60% chance that it ends up going down. And if the deal doesn't get done, that's where this situation is going to get really, really interesting for a lot of parties. Let's go to Raider Mento. Why would the Raiders not give Jacobs an extension? They would not give him an extension because a lot of times teams that have won the Super Bowl in recent years, guess what? They haven't paid big-time running backs. I'll admit, a lot of those teams have had dominant quarterbacks, which the Silver and Black do not have. On top of that, it's not what McDaniels and Ziegler have done. On top of that, you look at history, and history tells you that it does not make sense to give your running back an extension. Like, you can look at a lot of the most recent contract extensions at the running back position, and a lot of those teams regret doing it. So you add all of those scenarios together, and that's why an extension doesn't end up getting done. And you could also say the offensive line matters more anyway for running backs or for a team than the overall RB. Let's go to Patrick. How is Tyree Wilson's foot? Will he be a future Mad Max in your opinion? Will he be a future Mad Max? God, I hope so. I'm not going to sit up here and ever predict a player is going to be a top 3 player at a position, arguably the best player at the defensive end position. But when you draft a player at number 7 at defensive end, you are expected that he is going to be a Pro Bowl caliber type of player. There's no doubt about that. Do I know anything on his foot? I'll be 100% honest with y'all. No, I was on Locals Live on Wednesday, and I said the top 2 players that I'll reach out to my sources and I ask about are Jimmy Garoppolo and I ask about Tyree Wilson, and it's crickets. And a lot of times when I get crickets, it does make me very nervous. So I don't have an update on his foot, but I do know when he's fully healthy, he has the athletic demeanor. He is a absolute freak athlete. And if he can add together like a legit spin move or another move instead of just using power bull rush type of stuff, he's going to be able to take his game to the next level. And if he does take his game to the next level, man, I can't wait to see what him and Mad Max are able to do for their career standpoint. So if you believe Raider Nation is family, if you bleed silver and black, I want you to subscribe to the Raiders Report. As soon as we get an update on what exactly happens with Josh Jacobs, Jeremy Chuggs is going to be live here on the Raiders Report, and I do not want you to miss it. In terms of people part of the Noti Gang, here's our most recent Noti Gang, and if you don't know what that is, it means people who take pride in being the first people to comment on a show. So shout out to Junior, Isaac, Raider, Felix, and Jaime. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day, and thank you so much for turning on that notification bell. If you're like, Mitch, where can I find the Noti bell? Underneath this video, it looks like the bell. See that thing? You just got to tickle a little bit. And if you can't find the bell, you probably have a hard time finding something else too. Let's go to Brandon Jasper. Get out of here. Mitch, could you tell where I need to go to get the best content, personal interaction, weekly pick'ems, and more live shows? Yes, Brandon. I would absolutely love to tell you. You can go to RaidersReport.locals.com where we go live every single Wednesday. Mondays depend on my schedule, but hey, if you just want some more live content, and once the season gets ramped up, that's where a lot more content starts happening over there. So hey, if you like what Jeremy and I do, I think you're also going to love what we do over on Locals. What up, Zeno? Which NFL team is being way overhyped the most? Personally, I would say either the Jets or the Broncos because Rodgers ain't going to do enough, nor Peyton. I do think that the Broncos are a team that are being overhyped because I think I saw last season that Russell Wilson, he ain't that guy. And I don't know if Sean Payton's going to be able to step in right away and fix a lot of things. I'll say the Jets are a very good overhyped team, though I do think it's warranted. I think the Jets are going to be a tough football team because they actually do have a good team. They just needed a quarterback last season. I'll also go out on a limb here and say a team that to me is getting a lot of attention is the Miami Dolphins. I do not think that Tua is that guy. I don't think that the Miami Dolphins are all that great of a team, and I do think that they're going to fall off a little bit. I'll also say this. This might be a little hot takey because we're talking about teams, it sounds like, out of the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills, the whole Stephon Diggs situation was weird to me. I do think that there is something going on that we might not be seeing, and I think when you think about, Patrick Mahomes with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, Josh Allen, to me, is not Joe Burrow, and he's not Mahomes. He has more talent than Burrow, but there's that different mentality, different mindset. So I'll say those teams to me are getting a little bit overhyped. What up, Robert? Also the Saints. Give Josh Jacobs 10, 12, 15 with 22 guaranteed with third year out for the Raiders or trade for rookie Bijan and a fourth. Breaking news. You're not going to get Bijan Robinson. Atlanta wouldn't trade you Bijan Robinson straight up for Josh Jacobs. I can promise you that right now. And then 10, 12, 15, $22 million guaranteed is not enough money. And the reason why that it's not enough money is because if you were to franchise tag Jacobs at $10.1 million, you could technically franchise tag him again next season. It'd be a 120% increase because that's the way that the franchise tag works. So 12.1 plus 10.1 is 22.2. That's the baseline. You will not get less guaranteed money out of Jacobs than $22.2 million. And if you're Josh, you're not going to take a contract extension for anything less than $12 million. It doesn't make sense. The only way that Jacobs takes a deal for less than $12 million per year is if it's a 4 or 5 year type of deal. And the Raiders would be unbelievably unintelligent to do that. Now remember, y'all, today's show is presented by Panda Supps. And with the heat wave that I feel like is going on right now in the world, especially in the United States at least, I want to get your guys' hands on some BCAAs and EAAs. So branch-chain amino acid, that's what BCA stands for, and essential amino acid is what EAA stand for. And hydration are all important factors to consider, especially during the summer when the body's hydration needs increase due to higher temperatures and increased physical activity. BCAAs play a vital role in muscle protein synthesis. It can help muscles recovery and growth. EAAs are crucial for protein synthesis, muscle repair, and overall health. They support energy production and immune function. In summary, BCAAs and EAAs can support muscle recovery, growth, and overall health, while proper hydration is crucial for maintaining bodily functions and preventing dehydration. Considering these factors during the summer can help optimize performance, support recovery, and promote overall well-being. So if you haven't already, go get your hands on some BCAAs from Panda Supps with code Raiders for 25% off at pandasupps.com. And if you're like, dude, where can I find that link? Don't worry, I got you covered. It's going to be in the comments, and it's going to be in the description of today's show. What up, Martin? Bonjour. How does JJ not engaging with the team activities affect his likely performance come week one? I don't know if it's going to impact his performance come week one. I got to sneeze. Hang on. I hate when that happens. So, do I think it helps him? No, I don't think it helps him whatsoever. When you're trying to learn a McDaniel system that everybody that I talk to, a lot of the players that I talk to, when I talked to Jermaine, Colt Miller, they were like, yeah, the McDaniel system is like learning another language. To me, you can't do enough to get yourself out on the field. Like, you can't do enough to get out there and continue to learn those reps. Now, Jacobs could show up, and he might not be on the field, but he could still be trying to learn that playbook, which is fine. Like, he doesn't need to be out there proving that he's the best running back on this team. We know that he's the best running back on his team. I will say, though, the more and more reps that he gives other running backs, if I'm McDaniels and Ziegler, I'm like, all right, I'm probably going to give more reps to these guys since they're showing up and they're practicing, and they're showing me that they want to be here. They're going to get more time. So I do think if Jacobs ends up holding out, he might be ready to go by week one. If from a fantasy football standpoint, though, Jacobs is going to get nearly the amount of work that he originally would. Let's go to Celesbo. Thank you very much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. What up, Eric? 8-9. Jimmy misses 5 games. I will say that the over-under for Garoppolo is 12.5 games for me, and I don't think that's an unfair thing to say whatsoever, considering the fact of how many games that he's missed. But 8-9 is a fair record prediction for the silver and black team. Let's go hail to the Raiders. If the Raiders don't extend Jacobs, could he be traded? Yes, he could be traded. You could have a scenario where I don't want to say breakup, but you got Jacobs who wants a certain amount of money, McDaniels and Ziegler who are saying, dude, We made you team captain. We're trying to do something special here. We're giving you some guaranteed money. Come do this with us. Josh says, well, you guys didn't build a good enough team for me to take that franchise tag. McDaniels and Ziegler are going to take that as a slap in the face. They could maybe just trade him, or Josh could say, all right, I just had over 2,000 total yards. If you're not going to appreciate that, then send me off. A trade is absolutely possible. I don't want it to happen. I don't think it's a very likely thing to happen, but is it a possibility? Yes, it's absolutely a possibility. So if Jacobs doesn't get an extension, will he demand a trade? If you think that he does end up demanding a trade, I want you to type T for trade. Or how about if you think that McDaniels and Ziegler could trade him away? Type T for trade. If you think he ends up staying on this team, I want you to type that S. Let's go to Yafa. Is that how you pronounce it? Do you still think Renfrow is going to be traded? When I look at this roster, I sit here and I wonder, how the hell has he not been traded yet? Like, I do think if the Raiders got a good enough offer, they would try to do it. And I actually think that McDaniels and Ziegler thought that they would get better offers, considering the fact of last season during the NFL trade deadline, they did get some good offers for Renfrow. I just don't think that they're willing to sell Renfrow for pennies on the dollar at this point. Like, why would you end up doing that? You still want to be able to try to win some football games. I do think that they brought in Julian Edelman. No, Danny Amendola for the reasons of trying to get Renfrow more involved. And I also think, though, that if you're Renfrow, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and you got to say, I wasn't all that great last season. I need to be a better route runner. I need to learn this McDaniel system a little bit better, and then hopefully I'm more involved. Let's go to Mad Vet Raider. How many turnovers do we get this year? Think we're in the bottom again. God, I hope not. I'll say, since I've been doing this show, it feels like year in and year out, the Raiders are bottom in turnovers every single season. But I don't think it's so much on corner safeties. I'm going to put more blame on the defensive line. The Raiders' defensive line has been one of the worst defensive lines in the NFL, and I can't even imagine how bad they would be if they didn't have Max Crosby. If you can't get pressure on a quarterback and they got all day to throw, the NFL, these teams, these quarterbacks are too good. They're going to pick you apart, and that's what's happened here. So I'm hoping the Raiders can double their turnover output last season, which still puts them basically middle of the pack. Patrick, in your opinion, with this current roster, who has the most versatility? Wow. The most versatility on this Raiders roster. I guess it depends. I'm not going to go with an offensive player. Like, I could say certain offensive linemen that can play multiple offensive line positions. Though I'm probably going to look at the defensive side of the football. And Jeremy kind of just said one of the players I had in my mind and my ear, Nate Hobbs. Like, to me, he could play safety. He could play inside corner. He could play outside corner. He gives you a lot of ability. Also throw out the name of Isaiah Polameo because the coaching staff likes him as a box safety. They like him as a linebacker. But then he also has that ability to play special teams where even like a guy like Trey Tucker, DeAndre Carter, Amir Abdullah, they have the ability to play running back. If they wanted to, jet sweeps, they can catch the football and play some special teams. So those are the first names that are coming off the top of my head right now. What up, Luis? If Jimmy G goes out before the bye week, does Aiden go or Hoyer? From what I understand, Brian Hoyer is not going to touch the field at all this season. The only reason why Hoyer was brought in on a 2-year, $4 million deal was simply because they wanted him to be able to groom whatever quarterback that they had and be able to teach the McDaniels system. Like, you got to be able to think about the idea of the whole Jimmy Garoppolo thing, right? Like, he's not out there on the field. If they didn't have Jimmy Garoppolo out in the field, who's going to be the one executing practice? They want Hoyer to be that Jimmy Garoppolo for right now and during the practice times. That way the backups and the third string, whoever, is also running the correct routes and can execute the McDaniels offense. So to me, it is Aiden O'Connell. Like, that's the guy that they would go with, and I do not anticipate them putting Hoyer out on the field because they're paying him the money that they are, more for practice and more for him being that player coach on the sidelines practice field, being able to help out guys understand McDaniels' offense when McDaniels can't explain it themselves. So if you haven't already, if you want to, you can interact with me on social media, Twitter, IG, and Cameo, at Mitchell Renz 365. And if you want more content like Brandon Jasper always talks about, it's locals, 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 RaidersReport.locals.com. I was hoping you'd keep that smile.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Final opportunity to get those score predictions in. Raiders.
Final opportunity for the Chiefs.
Green Bay Packers. What do you want? Yeah, you got the cheese. I don't want it. During that show, I had some man come in here and put that cheese way too close to me. Way too close to me.
$200. We're doing an office cheese shot. I'm doing a beer bong.
I don't think people want it.
People want to see Mitch take down the cheese.
$50 for Jeremy to shut up and take some cheese down the throat, giggity, and I'll do a beer bong. $100, and I'm going to... We can make Smitty do a beer boot. Smitty said he would do a beer boot today, but only for a hundo. Do we make the new guy do a beer boot for a hundo? New guy beer boot for a hundo? He might get a little bit nervous. Smitty's kind of shy, though.
Robert said, people want drinking, not cheese. Well, if you were hungry, which one would you rather have, a drink or cheese?
Honestly, I'd rather try to literally eat this can than have that cheese.
Oh.
Luis said, forgot to enter my score prediction, 24-17 Raiders win. We'll count it. We'll count it. Gilbert says, drink. What do you want to see? Type D for drink, type C for cheese.
Cheese.
Reminds me of that commercial. With like the coach, he's like, I'm the cheesiest.
No, I'm the cheesiest.
Cheese. That's that commercial. 100%.
We got the cheese.
Rebel, do we have the updated jersey infographic? Unfortunately, we do not.
We got the cheese.
My boss, he's been on vacation. He's the one that makes it. So I'll send him the updated list. We'll have to get the updated graphic for it because it's definitely been something that we needed to do for a long time. So, hey, it is what it is. Zalesbo wants to see some drinking going down.
I see a lot of cheeses.
I do. Oh, I see one man who wants cheese. Robox. Everybody else, I see some D's.
I just see,
Giggity.
all I see is a bunch of cheeses.
From one guy.
Nope. I don't. Surf Life.
Oh, Surf Life.
Javier.
I gotcha. It is Friday happy hour, so. Zeno's always a real one.
I'm giving shout-outs to anybody that wants to see some cheese.
Unbelievable. Rebel wants a tuna clock.
How about a cheese clock?
New guy tuna clock? That would be interesting. That would be that might get brutal though. You never know what you're going to get with a tuna clock. You absolutely never know. Well, Jeremy, we got one more thing that we got to do here on today's show.
Oh, I didn't show Rebel's super chat.
Rebel Montana 21-14 Las Vegas gets the dub. Raiders. Robert says, sorry that I started this. It's all good, bro.
Tequila shot to
Roblox
follow up
says
the
cheese
cheese.
clock.
Cheese clock. Cheese clock. Cheese clock. Cheese clock.
You would do a cheese clock.
Every $30 super chat, we do some cheese.
You can. Cheese clock.
Every $20, I'll take a swig of cheese, and if we get to 600, Mitch is doing a cheese shot.
Dude, that's awful. That's 150 away. Oh, man, I don't want cheese.
Do it.
Roblox, are you going to be the one that sends it in? I don't know.
I think he will. I believe in him.
Roblox. I don't know, man.
We got the cheese.
We got the cheese. We got the cheese. Yeah.
We got the cheese.
All right, I think it's time to get into this Madden watch party. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm just stalling.
Yep. All right, Joseph, let's get it going here. Coming up, Raiders, Packers, Week 5, Madden simulation. When will the game start from Tyler? We're getting ready to get into the game right now.
Tyler, the game's going to start right now.
Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. It's Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And coming up on today's show, Raiders, Packers, Week 5 Madden simulation. And for those of you that are following along with this season, this is technically Monday Night Football. What I want to know from everybody that tunes in to today's show is who you got. You're going to go with the 2-2 Las Vegas Raiders? Type LV. If you're going to go with the 2-2 Green Bay Packers, I want you to type GB down in the comments. And if you're like, all right, Mitch, well, how do I tune into all of your live watch parties here for your Madden simulation season? Luckily for you, here's the schedule. Next live game I'm going to be doing is Tuesday, Week 6, the New England Patriots. Then Thursday, then Friday, every single Tuesday, Thursday, Friday in the month of July, live Raiders watch party here on the show. And then if this team does end up making the playoffs, we will figure out where the playoffs look from there on out. If you want to know what the updated AFC West standings are for our Madden season, ran through the simulations every single week, and this time Chiefs actually lost on the road to the New York Jets. So they're 3-1. The Raiders and Chargers are both 2-2, but technically the Chargers, they're in second place because they own the tiebreaker over the Raiders, and then it's the Denver Broncos at 1-3. So as it stands right now, the 2-2 Packers, no more Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be Jordan Love, traveling to Allegiant Stadium, Monday Night Football. I'm excited to see how this one ends up going down. Rich Bisaccia, first time him coming back to Allegiant Stadium. There's going to be a lot of big-time storylines that a lot of Raider fans can look forward to in this show. And if you want to get more Madden simulations and more Raiders coverage in the dull months of June, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. So, can we get some LVs in the chat? Without further ado, it's time for Monday Night Football. Raiders, Packers. Let's get it going here on the show. Spam those LVs in the chat. I got Juan Hernandez, Refined. What up, Dad? Sherry, King Cash, DS, Van Thrack, Matthew Yoakum, Queen Sarah Otto. Keep the LVs coming. And we'll see how this game goes. If this is the first watch party you've ever seen for Madden, 8-minute quarters. Probably a roughing the passer as well here. I'm just going to go out on a limb. All right, here's my next question. Who's the better quarterback? Is it Jordan Love or is it Jimmy Garoppolo? Let me know your votes down below. Jimmy G or Jordan Love. Get your votes flowing in here. Both teams sitting at 2-2. Both teams looking for a must-win ball game. I do have my Patrick B jersey on. We'll see what Michael Mayer is able to do in today's ball game. If Mayer scores a touchdown, Patrick, I'll do a beer bong on the house. If Mayer scores a touchdown today, it's a beer bong on the house. And you're looking at me funny, so I'm a little bit nervous that I made that deal. We'll see. Also, if somebody, Keyshawn Nixon, former Raider, getting ready to go, and it looks like the Raiders, they're going to be kicking this one away, and that means that they get ball to start. Yeah, Tyree Wilson on special teams. Yikes. We'll update a few things, don't worry. Hunter Renfrow, Jerry Tillery. This is amazing. Is Brandon Parker still at center? That's the real question.
Andre James has miraculously healed in the one day off he had.
Nice. That's good. That's what I like to hear. Honestly, it's pretty incredible that this team has been – this is their third game of the week. I mean, that's impressive. That's not an easy task to do. That's why I love Madden at times, because some of the things that they end up doing, you're like, that would never happen. The kick is away. Monday Night Football Week 5 is underway. Packers, they're going to take it out of the end zone here, get all the way up to the 20. Nixon gets taken down by Michael Mayer. Beautiful tackle there by the rookie tight end, and here comes Jordan Love out onto the football field. Packers traded up to get him. 26th overall was the pick. We'll see what he's able to do here, taking over for Aaron Rodgers. This game would have been a lot more entertaining if Rodgers would have been the quarterback on the Raiders. But, hey, it is what it is. Next game on the show is going to be Tuesday against the New England Patriots, so set your calendar reminders right now. We got 360 people watching, yet only 216 live likes. That doesn't make any sense mathematically. Let's get some defenses going in the chat. Jordan Love out of shotgun. He's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left here. Raiders showing they're going to bring some pressure. No, they bring 4. Love's got a scramble, gets picked! First play of the game! Merrick picked off. Here we go. What an unbelievable start. I was about to freak out because some reason Crosby wasn't in the game. Maybe he was getting a water break. Forces it down the field. Here we go. Spam those INTs in the chat. Garoppolo just said, holy shit, I'm in the game already. I just heard him. Jordan Love, first throw, tries to force it right side. I mean, he got pressured, scrambles, throws it, and it's a terrible throw. Raiders got to convert here. Got to convert. Come on, Las Vegas. That is a huge interception on Monday Night Football. And here comes Jimmy Garoppolo, the Raiders offense, and the knockoff version of Colton Miller. I can't get over it. Garoppolo, power I, 2 to the right. Looks like Austin Hooper's the tight end. And fake handoff to Jacobs. Garoppolo looks, throws short. Jacobs caught. It's going to be a gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up here for the silver and black. Alan Spice says he wants to see a TD. I want to see some TDs. Show me those TDs. Come on, Garoppolo. Garoppolo shotgun bunches to the right. Looks like Jacoby Myers is the lone man to the left. Jacobs probably should have called there for a false start. Got all day to throw. Looking, throws right. Got a man. I think it's going to be holding. I think I saw a hold. If this is roughing the passer. Roughing the passer! Rashawn Gary. Every roughing the passer call, you're taking a drink. Cheers. It's already happened. It's unbelievable. Ball to 19 in the red zone. Strong to the left. Pitch. Jacobs. Nowhere to go. Loss of 3. Second down and 13. It's a big-time stop there by Smith and the Green Bay Packers. 6 minutes, 57 seconds to go here. I mean, what on earth is Dylan Parham doing? It was almost like he tried to not block that man. Power I again. Jacoby and Devontae. Fake handoff. Jacobs. Looking. Middle. Oh, he should have caught it. It was Austin Hooper. He's got to catch that football. He's got to catch that football. Rasul Douglas on defense. Rich Bisaccia might be licking his chops here a little bit. 3rd and 13 coming up. Let's go Raiders. A fake from Bisaccia? I'll tell you what. Be pretty wild. Renfro. And is that Mayer on the right side? It is. Garoppolo looks. Still looking. Middle of the field. Caught. Open. Renfro. First down. Raiders. Get those 13s. It's 3rd and Renfro. Divine Diablo loves it. Get all of those 13. I mean, who's covering him? The answer is nobody. Renfro, 1st and goal. Come on, Raiders. Let's get in the end zone here. That's a hell of a play, hell of a blocking job by the offensive line. But if I know McDaniels the way that I do, this is a guaranteed run here from Jacobs. Ball to 3. Garoppolo under center. Handoff. Jacobs. Oh, he's just short. 2nd down and goal. I'll say he's lucky he didn't break his back on that run. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 1. Raiders need to get a score here. Got to convert. Got 400 people watching. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 1. Jacobs again. Handoff. Middle. Touchdown Raiders. You know what to do. Caleb Landry. Copy that and paste it down in the comments. Show me those TDs. You're too little. Quay Walker. You're too little. Get off me. Jacobs touchdown.
Raiders.
Martin said I had to turn my speakers down. Yeah, you don't want your neighbors hearing Martin. So I was walking by your room the other day, and all of a sudden I heard some man screaming, "Show me your TDs." That's what you do not want to have. Kick is up, and the kick is good. It's a great, great start there by the Raiders. Love to see it. You got to love to see it. Eric, what up, man? Scott Raider, Martin Venthrak, Zalesbo, Refined Zeus, all showing me their TDs. Las Vegas up 7-0. This is a great start for Monday Night Football. You can't ask for a better start than this, really. Pick on the first play and then a touchdown drive. Let's see how the Raiders respond here. You got to give Jerry Tillery a lot of credit. He's playing defensive line and special teams. I don't know how, but he's doing it. Here we go. Raiders up 7-0. Jordan Love looking to bounce back after a rough, and I mean rough. Scheffler says no happy hour specials. Scheffler, we're doing happy hour specials. We're doing $50 super chats. I'm doing a beer bong, and Jeremy's doing a cheese whiz shot. But 200, we're all doing cheese whiz shots, which not looking forward to that. Crosby getting double teamed. Love takes a shot deep again. Broken up. Really nice play there by Duke Shelley. I believe that was Christian Watson, who was part of technically the Devontae Adams trade, which is funny. Yeah, I believe it was technically Quay Walker and Christian Watson were the two players in exchange for Devontae Adams in that blockbuster trade. Ball at the 25-yard line. 3 to the left. Jordan Love under center. They're going to send him a receiver in motion. Handoff, Aaron Jones. And he gets taken down very quickly, which now makes it third down. Luis says, what is the Raiders' digital record this season? 2-2.
Get those threes in the chat!
Mark Cook, Queen Serrato, Darth Raider, and Venthrak. Love, shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Drops back, looks, throws left. Flag. I looked at Jeremy, and it's roughing the passer. You got to be shitting me. On Brandon Faison, I can't believe it either. How? There's nobody near him. How does this keep happening? There's nobody near him. Love throws. Picked again. He was going to Aaron Jones on the wheel route. David Long Jr. says, not so fast, sweetheart. Give me that ball. I mean, what a play. I honestly thought the touchdown that happened earlier, I forget what game that was. The tip, I think it was the Broncos game, Tim Patrick. I was like, this is going to happen again. Jordan Love throws his second interception. You love to see it. You love to see it. Give me that turnover chain. Turnover chain. Here we go. Yeah, I feel great right now. The Raiders this year in Madden have more interceptions than the entire season last year. They have 3 interceptions this Madden season. They had 3 last year. Garoppolo, shotgun, looking. Oh, it looks like it's a screen to Jacobson. I mean, my God, that took way too long to develop. That's got to be one of the worst play calls I've ever seen. Jacobs today, though, 2 catches, 3 yards, 3 carries, and a touchdown. I mean, that's a bad job by Mayer. Not a good job either there by Jermaine Illuminor. Yikes. Here we go, Garoppolo. Got to get something going here. If you can score here, go up 14, that's huge. Garoppolo, shotgun. Adams to the left. Packers bring a blitz. Garoppolo gets rid of it quickly. First down, Renfro. Jimmy G, great job reading the blitz there. They brought a blitz on Garoppolo's blind side and then hit Renfro very quickly on an out. Right side. I mean, that's about as picture perfect as you're going to get. Great route, great play recognition, great play call by Josh McDaniels at the right time. Get those ones.
And that's good for our Las Vegas Raiders. First down.
Let's get it going. Type those ones in the chat. Here we go. Garoppolo, shotgun, ball to 34, drops back, throws. Ooh, that was a risky throw, but it's caught by Devontae Adams. Keep it moving here. Keeping it moving here. Adams, 1 catch for 6 yards. Come on, Raiders, keep it moving. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing going. Yeah, Darth Raider said that was scurry. Vincenzo, risky throw. That was a risky throw. 2nd and 4. 2 to the right. Jacobs is the running back. Packers bring 4. Oh, man. Garoppolo gets rid of it. Right time open. Renfro. All the way down to the 36. I mean, you want to talk about, again, the Packers. I thought they were going to get Jimmy G. Knew he was going to get hit. Steps up into the pocket. Delivers an absolute. That is Raider Kiko. Delivers an absolute missile. I mean, Renfro's having himself a day. Having himself a day. I got Chubb, Scott, PG, Refined, all spamming those 1-3s down in the chat right now. All right, here we go. Garoppolo under center. 3 tight ends in the game. Jacobs, the running back. Adams, right out there on the right side. Jacobs, handoff, middle. And he's going to carry Quay Walker for an additional yard. Jacobs today, 4 carries, 5 yards, and a touchdown. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter of action. And what's really intriguing about this game is the Packers started off with the ball. Oh, dude, the step back fadeaway. It's unbelievable the arm strength of some of these guys. Garoppolo looks left, gets rid of it quickly. Caught by Adams, and it's another Raiders first down. I mean, this has been by far the best Madden sim that we have done all season. Garoppolo 7-9 for 79 yards. He's having himself one hell of a first quarter here. But early on, Merrick interception. David Long Jr. has an interception. And that's really been 2 huge turnovers for the Green Bay Packers. Monday Night Football at home. Here we go. 390 people are tuned in. Packers are showing a bit of a blitz here. If I'm Jimmy G, I'm trying to go to the left side if I do end up running this football. And that's where they end up going. Jacobs, what a juke. Oh, my goodness. Somebody's jockstrap. You can find it on the field because he just broke somebody's ankles. My goodness. Gilbert Mejia, can we please get this Garoppolo in real life? This version of Garoppolo, yes. Though Garoppolo's had 2 bad games this Madden season. And both of those have been Raiders losses. Handoff, Jacobs up the middle. And it's another Raiders first down. I mean, right now, the physicality of this Raiders offensive line is really imposing its will on this Packers defense. And then you got Jimmy G, who's been almost perfect, realistically. Almost perfect. We are 1 like away from 250. Who's going to be the like 250? Come on. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? 7-0. 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of action. Garoppolo, power eye. Jacobs, another handoff up the middle, and he's loose. 2nd and inches. I mean, what an impressive running performance here by Josh. 104 total yards of offense. But Jacobs already in this game, 9 touches. 20 seconds to go. 2nd down and inches. If I'm the Raiders here, I do a fake handoff, and I try to hit a tight end in the back of the end zone. Garoppolo, fake handoff, looking. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it! And he takes a sack. Unbelievable. I mean, that's just your quarterback having no idea what the hell he's doing. That's about as bonehead of a play as you're going to find. Get rid of the football. You cannot afford to take a sack in a position that, let's face it, you could have easily gotten rid of that ball. That's just piss poor knowledge right there. 3rd and 14. Renfro in the slot. Myers to the right. Adams in motion. Running back is Jacobs. Ball at the 18-yard line. Jimmy G looks, throws, middle of the field, caught. Renfro, and he's going to be just short. My question is, do you go for it? Or do you just take your guaranteed points and go up 10-0? I mean, Renfro's been very good in this game. That's also a risky throw. Should they go for it? Y for yes or N for no? Y for yes or N for no? Should they go for it? The fact that the Raiders are going to get ball at the half is why I say kick the field goal. But, hey, the Raiders' offense remains on the field here. Garoppolo, power I, fullback dive, and they got it. First down and goal, Jacob Johnson. What a terrible play call. A 2-yard fullback dive? Are you shitting me? That's a terrible play call, but it worked. I don't care that it worked. That's a dumb play call. I'll take it. First down and goal for the Raiders. Ball at the 3. Handoff. Jacobs gets down to the 2. Injury timeout. It's Darnell Savage. That's a pretty big loss there for Green Bay's secondary. And are we going to be able to convert here and get another touchdown? Oh, dude, his arm's broken. You can tell. The way he was holding it, that thing's ruined.
He was in significant pain on the field.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell. Second and goal. 6 minutes. It's going to be about 45 seconds to go after some of the time bleeds off this clock here. 7-0, Raiders up. 6:50. Oh, it was an injury timeout, so the clock stops. That's on me. Adams, far left. Jacobs is the running back. They're going to send O.J. Howard in motion. Austin Hooper, Michael Mayer on the right side. Throws. Caught! Touchdown! Raiders! Adams' third or fourth touchdown of the season, and he's just too good. What's great about that touchdown is Quay Walker was a part of the Devontae Adams trade. Adams post, one-on-one, you're not good enough to take me on. Touchdown Raiders. We got a 14-0 lead. That was a 14-play, 82-yard drive. Garoppolo, 7-7 for 63 yards. Las Vegas is now up 14-0. This is a hell of a start, man. Feels good. This is a great way to get your weekend kicked off. That's all I know. I'm excited about that one. Redefine Zeus, touchdown 17. Big time. I know. I will say now this is where I get nervous. Raiders have a double-digit lead. Oh, no. This is where I get nervous. If the Raiders blow this game, we're going to need a new PS5. We're going to need a new one. Kick is away. Caught in the back of the end zone. Takes it out to about the 23-yard line. Today, Jordan Love has had himself a rough day. Jordan Love today 0 for 4 with 2 interceptions. That's it's not what the doctor ordered. That's all I know. I mean, I actually liked Jordan Love when he was first coming out of college. I think if he would have went to a different situation, he could have been talented. He needed the right offensive coordinator. And I don't know if Green Bay is the right situation right now. We got 400 people tuned in right now to the Raiders Report. Shout out to everyone tuned in. Love's going to drop back throws. And he's going to have his first completion of the game. And it goes for a first down. It's all good. To Dobbs, gain of 14. Raiders defense today has been outstanding. Can't ask for much, man. No love here from El Loco. Loco. Did he get his feet in? If that touchdown against the Steelers was a catch, that's definitely a catch. I will bring that up for the remainder of the year. It's going to be Raiders-Steelers Week 3. I'm going to bring it up. It's going to be January, and I'm going to bring that up. Jordan Love, shotgun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Raiders bring 4. Love all day to throw. Throw, caught. Nate Hobbs on the tackle. The gain of 6. Christian Watson there on the reception. And the fact that Green Bay didn't have a single passing yard until the second quarter of action, pretty mind-blowing. I'm also surprised that they are just flat out ignoring the fact that they have Aaron Jones in their backfield. Jones, carry. He goes nowhere, which makes it Raiders. You know what to do. It's
third down.
Let's go. Got to get a stop. get the offense back out onto the field. Love under center. Jones is the running back, and it's going to be a handoff. Jones, right side. The Raiders got him. 4th down. It's a great play by Chandler Jones. It's a great job by the Raiders defense setting the edge. Yeah, LaFleur is, I was trying to think of the dodgeball. Yeah, that's always what I think of when I hear LaFleur's name. 4th down and 3. Let's see if they go for it. They do? Not going to go for it here, which means the Raiders can go up 21-0. I don't know. DeAndre Carter with a fair catch, and now it's going to be 1st down and 10. Here comes the Raiders offense, and reminder, they get ball to start the half. This, I mean, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind one blowout. That'd be great. My heart rate would just, it's too much. This is the greatest Raiders defensive game I've seen in 6 years. I mean, prove me wrong. Waiting for roughing the punter. That's a good one. All right, Jimmy Garoppolo, shotgun, looks, throws, middle of the field, caught. Myers, fumble, picked up. Dylan Parham, thank you, Lord. Myers caught it, put it on the turf, but Dylan Parham said, don't worry, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. Raiders up 14-0. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. Las Vegas, this game has 113 total yards. The Packers have only 4. Or 31. Don't say that. Jacobs, handoff up the middle, will not go down. Oh, my Lord, what a run. 9 carries for 37 yards and a touchdown for Josh Jacobs. I think I think he was flexing or somebody needs to blow in the game. I'm not sure. 1st down and 10. 2 to the right. No, 3 to the right, excuse me. Jacobs, the running back. Garoppolo looking like Tom Brady out there. Slings it. Myers caught. 1st down. Injury timeout. Natane Moody. That means Brandon Parker's coming in and playing right guard. That's my guess. If he played center last week, that means he's playing right guard this week. We'll have to wait and see. 1st down and 10, though. Hopefully Natane Moody is all right. I mean, Raiders players are excited. They're like, hey, he's going to be fine. We got Brandon Parker playing right guard. That's my guess. I can't wait. Jeremy doesn't remember who's playing right guard. Get your guesses in. Who's going to be the right guard if Natane Moody goes down? Brandon Parker! Oh, my God. Real-life situation, Jermaine would kick into right guard, and Parker or Thayer Munford would go to right tackle, just so we're clear. All right, throws deep. Oh, I thought he caught that. 2nd down and 10. Garoppolo, 11 of 14 for 100 yards. Yep, somebody said Parker was holding mid-snap right there. You're probably not wrong. 2nd down and 10. Coming up here, bunches formation. It looks like Michael Mayer. It might have been Renfro. Garoppolo looks, throws short. Hooper caught. And he's going to get 4. 2nd down. They're going to give him 5. 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the silver and black. Got to get a 1st down here. This is a big, big play. 3rd down and 5. 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go here. Let me know who you got. Type LV for the Raiders or GB for the Green Bay Packers. Garoppolo drops back, looks, caught, 1st down. Great route there by Jacobs. Knew exactly where he needed to go. Got right to the stick, stopped, turned around. Jimmy G threw a piss missile. Hits him directly in the chest. 1st down, Raiders. I mean, that's great. That's just great, great football right there. Honestly, the Packers got to put some more respect on Josh Jacobs' name if they're going to be that far off him. I mean, that's pitch and catch, man. Ball at the 44. Garoppolo, shotgun. 2 to the left. 2 to the right. Jimmy G, what a horrible pump fake that was. Throws it Adams, and it's caught, and you're going to get another 8 yards. I mean, right now, the Raiders are clicking on all cylinders. They look like a Super Bowl caliber team on offense and defense, which this, right now, that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Raiders up 14-0, and they get ball at half. I mean, if I'm Las Vegas, I'm draining this clock here. I'm okay getting a field goal and then getting the ball back. I don't want a field goal with 3 timeouts, but you got to at least put some points up on the board. Throws, Adams caught, first down Raiders, breaks a tackle, and now it's 1st down and 10. Stay aggressive here. Continue to move the football. If throwing is the way that you've got here, keep it going. I don't want you to run just to try to get a field goal. If you could score a touchdown, that's obviously what I want, even if it's got to come through the air. And if you give the Packers some time, the way your defense is played, I'm okay with it. Raiders up 14-0. Ball at the 32. Renfro to the left. Garoppolo looks, throws, got a wide open man, and it's Renfro. And another Raiders 1st down. I mean, Jimmy G is cooking right now. I'm talking cooking. He's like Wilt Chamberlain with the women type of cooking right now. He's putting up numbers. He's cooking. Who's the better QB? Is it Jimmy Garoppolo or Jordan Love? In this game, it's Jimmy G, and
It's not even close.
it's not even close. 1st down and 10. If you're just joining us, yes, that is Brandon Parker at right guard. Natane Moody went out with an injury. Jimmy G, shotgun, handoff, Jacobs, middle, breaks the tackle and gets, I thought he got like 5 or 6. They give him only 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up here. Raiders use their very first timeout. Yeah, I don't know why either. 58 seconds to go. Yeah, I mean, let's be real here, Raiders. Though maybe they ran it, try to change it up a little bit. I mean, right now the Raiders have ran 11 rush plays, 19 pass plays. Garoppolo, shotgun, looking, still looking, going to throw to the right side. Missed him. One of his rare misses today. 3rd down and 6 coming up. My question to you, Jeremy, is do you throw or do you pass? Do you run, make Green Bay potentially use timeout, or do you stay aggressive, throw the ball through the air?
I do halfback draw right here.
Really?
I run.
Ooh, boy. I'm probably going to go to Renfro or Adams for like 5, and hopefully that they can get the extra yard. Garoppolo, he's like, you know what? I'm actually going to take a sack instead. Timeout, Green Bay. No way they're going for it. Here comes Carlson. If they go for this, yeah, Daniel's out there. We're confident. Aiden O'Connell, the holder. Ooh, the offense. No way. Carlson lining up to kick a field goal here. You're looking at a solid 41-yarder. Kick is up. Kick is good. Raiders up 17-0 over Green Bay, and they get ball back at the half. The question is, can they get a stop here? The Packers, who have not been able to do anything offensively, they have 2 timeouts. 2 timeouts.
I'm not saying it. People in the chat, though, are saying 17-0 lead.
Yikes.
They're worried.
I'm worried. 17-0 for this Raiders team, ran by Josh McDaniels, makes me nervous. I mean, in our last game that we did against the Chargers, Raiders were up 17-14 and got outscored 21-3 in the second half. Not good. Here we go, though. The kick is away. Keyshawn Nixon is going to be the returner. And a really good tackle there by, I want to say, Keelan Cole. Apparently he's made the team. Good for him, I guess. Tackle made. We're looking at the ball at the 17. 1st down and 10, 41 seconds to go.
If you're the Packers here, are you trying to score before the half?
Yes, you have to. You got to put some points up on the board. Like, you can't be down 3 possessions and the Raiders have the football to start. Like, you got to get at least a field goal. 2-possession game. Jordan Love, shotgun. Bunch formation. Raiders bring 4. Throws quick, and it's caught. All the way up to the 35, and Green Bay uses the timeout very quickly. 36 seconds to go. Christian Watson on the catch, 2 for 25 in this game. Honestly, I thought that was close to being taken to the house. Like, there was a lot of open space there. Yeah. Good tackle there by Robert Spillane. 36 seconds to go. Ball at the 37-yard line here. Jordan Love, 5 receivers. Raiders bring a blitz. Love gets rid of it quickly. Flag. I already know it. If I had to guess, it's going to be roughing the passer. It's unbelievable. Faison needs to figure it out. These refs with this roughing the passer. It's unbelievable. Crosby's not happy. Also, I don't know how Crosby lost all of his tattoos, but they're gone. Ball at the 41, 31 seconds to go here. Raiders are showing a blitz. They're only going to bring 4. Chandler Jones, I swear, was getting help. Another flag. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Jeremy, you got to be shitting me. This is too much. I'm going to say out of the last 12 penalties that have been thrown, 11 out of the 12 is roughing the passer. Ball to 26. Love looks, throws, caught. First down and goal. Jersey Boy Greaser said, man, this game is realistic. I mean, you've been so great. I mean, still, if you go into the half with a 10-point lead, like, I'm okay. Like, that's still a great spot to be in. But for Green Bay, now first down and goal, looking. Jordan Love still looking, throws, caught, touchdown, Green Bay. That was too easy. I mean, I want to know what happened to the Raiders defense we saw the entire first half for them to give up that touchdown that easily in that spot. That's bad. Yeah, that's true. That's tough. That one's tough. 420 people watching. If you haven't already, click that like button. Believe it or not, it does help us out a lot. I got to tie my shoe here real quick. Green Bay Packers getting ready to kick the field goal, or extra point, excuse me. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 17 seconds to go here in the first half of action. If you're the Raiders in Madden, the way you've moved the football, you got 2 timeouts. And McDaniels, he's like, I'll go into half with the lead. Probably is paying him. I mean, in real life, McDaniels takes a knee, he goes into the locker room. Madden McDaniels, what he should do with 17 seconds is realize that he can put points on the board. Here we go. 17-7 is the score. Trey Tucker takes it out, and he's going to get, oh, man. If there's one thing I know, if I see a penalty, it's roughing the passer. And when Trey Tucker has the return, it's not getting past the 20. That's how this game works, man. I've learned that, and I've just come to accept it. I've come to accept it. Garoppolo, under center, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to run or are they going to pass? Let's see here. Motion, fake. Jacobs loses a yard, probably even more than that. And if you're the Raiders after that play, go into the locker room, get ready for the second half. Raiders up double digits at halftime. How nervous are you? Scale it from 1 to 10. 1 being, Mitch, I'm not nervous at all. The Raiders will not blow a double-digit lead at half. If you're freaking out like me, it's a 10. It needs to be a 10. Considering how bad the Raiders were last season at holding double-digit leads, it's a 10.
Jordan Love was hitting himself with the iPad.
Jordan Love is not a happy camper. He saw that first throw to Merrick, and he's like, idiot sandwich. 17-7.
Can Jimmy G stay hot throughout the second half?
I mean, he has been
Un fuego.
Un Fuego is right. Like,
And will Trey Tucker get past the 20?
no way.
Over or under 20-yard line on this return?
I'm taking the under.
Type here O for over, U for under. Over or under 20-yard line on this return for Trey Tucker. What are we thinking?
It's a guaranteed under. It's a guaranteed
What
under.
do y'all think at home? Let me know. Under, over. A lot of U's coming in. A lot of unders.
There's no way, dude. There's no way. There's absolutely, positively no way. He's going to get to the 20. And you're
Trey Tucker.
Trey Tucker back to receive the kick. King Cash says, over, baby, have faith. It's hard to have faith. Oh, wow, it's a short kick. He got past the 20 because of the short kick. You baited me. You baited me on that one. You knew. 11 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown today for Josh Jacobs. And the Raiders have a 17-7 lead. 7 minutes and 56 seconds here in the third quarter of action. We'll see. Martin says that doesn't count. I took a drink for it. It counts. Jeremy was right. All right, here we go. Garoppolo under center. Drops back, throws quick to Jacobs. Jacobs breaks the tackle and will not go down. And what an incredible move there by the running back. Catches it, breaks one tackle, spins out of it, and then gets north and south quickly to pick up a Raiders first down. First down and 10 coming up here for the Silver and Black after a huge play by Josh Jacobs. All right, y'all, if you haven't already, friendly reminder that we do videos like this all the time, and if you want to watch our next game, which is going to be Tuesday against the New England Patriots, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Here we go, Garoppolo, shotgun, handoff, Jacobs left side. He's going to get 3 yards there. Jacobs now 12 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. If you also want to stay up to date on the latest news and you're like, man, I don't want just Madden simulations, most of the videos we make is news and rumors, other segments like, I don't know, maybe top players to watch at training camp, if you will. If those are the type of videos you're looking for, subscribe to the Raiders Report. I promise you, we're going to show you that pound for pound, we're the best Raiders channel out there. Jacobs, handoff, gain of 5, third down and 2. Coming up here for the Silver and Black offense. I mean, this is, where do you go here? They've really, I feel like, tried to run the football a lot in the second half, which I get a little bit upset about for the simple fact of they were able to throw it so well in the first half, and I don't want them to get too conservative, which is definitely what McDaniels usually does. Garoppolo, fake handoff. He might try to scramble. He just threw it out of bounds. What is he doing? So instead of trying to run to pick up the first down, he just throws it out of bounds, and that's it. This is going to go bad. I can already tell. This game is going to be bad. Packers are going to win this game. I don't like this. Raiders, terrible start here to the first half, and now they're going to punt it away. And it's a beauty of a punt there by A.J. Cole. Beautiful punt there. First down and 10 coming up here for Green Bay. Ball at the 7, maybe 6-yard line. And the last time we saw this Packers offense, they went right down the field in basically 30 seconds and scored a touchdown. We'll see what happens up here, man. Did I just see a Garoppolo? Yes. Yes, you did. Love under center. One receiver to the right. Looks like they got 2 tight ends on the field. Handoff, Aaron Jones. And he's not going to go very far. Divine Diablo on the tackle, gain of 1. Second down and 9 coming up. Raiders have allowed 77 yards of offense today. So the defense has played a very solid game, forcing 2 turnovers. Can they get a third? Can they get a third? Second down and 9. Love, ball at the 8-yard line. One to the left, one to the right. Jones is the running back. Receiver in motion is Dobbs. Love, shotgun. Or drops back, excuse me. Still looking, throws. Caught by Christian Watson. Flag on the field, which means one thing and one thing only, roughing the passer. This is just, it's unbelievable. Ball to 39. Jordan Love under center. Bunch formation. Handoff. Jones tackled by Robert Spillane. And it's going to be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Coming up here for the Packers. I can't even believe the amount of roughing the passers. What, there's been 4 or 5 in this game already? People would get thrown out. Raiders look like they're going to bring 4. Love has all day to throw. Throws caught. Flag. Roughing the passer. It's got to be. I can't handle this, Jeremy. This is too much.
Type your RTPs in the chat.
I don't know how.
Spam your RTPs.
That's the worst part about this game right now. This is proof that when you ran the sim, you did not watch. Raiders showing blitz. Handoff. Jones taken down. 2nd down and 8. Coming up here. Oh, man. 17-7 is the score. Raiders had a 17-0 lead. Jeremy wants to know who's going to be the defensive X factor. If I had to guess, roughing the passer is the answer. Love, handoff, Jones, running lane. 1st down and goal coming up here for the Packers. I mean, they're about to make this a ball game. The Raiders defense needs to get a stop here. I would imagine they're probably tired. They're also probably afraid to bring any pressure on the quarterback. Because if you touch them, it's a flag. 17-7 is the score. 3 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Packers, 20 plays total, 13 pass, 7 runs. Love, shotgun, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Raiders bring 4. Jordan Love all day to throw, middle of the field, caught. Dubs, and he's down at the 1-yard line. 2nd down and goal coming up here for this. Yeah, since 0 for 4, he's 9 for 10. Jordan Love, that is, and he's cooking right now. Raiders have no answer defensively for the Green Bay Packers. Bunches to the right. You got Aaron Jones as the running back. Raiders bring some pressure. It's going to be a check down to Jones. He makes a guy miss, and he loses 2 yards. Really, really nice play there by Trevon Merrick, David Long Jr., Chandler Jones, being able to force some pressure on Love. And, Chandler Jones there got juked, but it was a good cleanup effort by Trevon Merrick. 3rd down.
It's the 3rd down.
Come on, Raiders. Let's go. Wake up. Love under center. 3 tight ends in the game. Power I formation. Love, handoff. Jones. He's not in. He's short. Ball down at the 1. Do they go for it? If I'm Green Bay, with the drive that I've had, I go for it. I would go for it. Or do you just make it a 1-possession game, 17-10? If I'm the Packers, I'm going for it. I don't know if I'd run the football. I'd probably try to pass. Put the ball in Jordan Love's hands, who's been hot. We'll see, though. Do they go for it? Or do they go for it? Type G for go for it or K for kick. They're going to go for it here. Jordan Love. Let's go get those D's in the chat. Under center, power I formation. Love, handoff, Jones, short, Max Crosby. No, they gave him a touchdown. There's no way, the ball is clearly short. He's no way he's in. Oh, he might have gotten the head off. Throw the challenge flag. Did he get in? I'm throwing it. They're not even going to review. If the Raiders blow this lead, I think the tip of the ball got in. Son of a gun. Yeah, I think the tip of the ball got in. Oh, McDaniels. How can McDaniels ruin my weekend in the middle of July? Here you go. Here you go. What the heck's going on out there? 17-14. Trey Tucker hyped to take it 15 yards. Oh, really? No. Packers kick it away. Tucker's going to catch it at the 1, which means he's going down at the 18. Oh, he made a guy miss. He got to the 21. That is a drink. Allen said, give Chuggs a tortilla slap. For what? Mahalo. Minute 34 to go here in the third quarter of action. The Raiders had a 17-point lead. And now that lead has dwindled down to only 3. Garoppolo under center. You got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Garoppolo handoff. No to Jacobs looking. Throw short. Jacobs caught. And he's going to gain 7. Second down and 3 coming up here for the silver and black. I mean, if the Raiders don't score this drive, they're going to lose this game. The momentum right now is just 100% in Green Bay's favor. Raiders got to get a touchdown here and put this back to a 10-point game. Handoff. Jacobs gains 1 yard, and now it's 3rd down and 2, and we are 1 play away from a 3-and-out. Come on. Have some confidence in your offense. Like the way that they freaking threw the football in the first half here, I don't know why they're going so conservative. Throw the rock. Oh, Garoppolo's going to switch things up here. They're going to send everybody basically in a different spot. Jimmy G, handoff. He's short. 4th and inches. He's short. He was short. Knew it right away. Do you go for it or they're going to punt it? They don't have the balls to go for it here. This is just Madden teasing you. They're going to bring out the kicking unit. Should they go for it? Y for yes and for no. And the punting unit's going to come out here onto the field. Wait till at least the 4th. Oh, my God, they snapped it before. What are they doing? Why not wait? Punt is away, and it's a doozy. And he's going to be down at the 18-yard line. I mean, 4th quarter, get those 4s in the chat. This might be too realistic. This might be too realistic. 17-14 is the score. Shout out to Sean, Refine. What up, Judah, Surf Life? I see Ken down in the chat. Nick, too realistic. Hey, man, I hear you. Packers, ball to 19, shotgun. Raiders bring 3. I mean, they have no answer right now defensively. They have no answer defensively. 2nd down and 1 coming up. I mean, this defense has got to be winded. Your offense has been shit in the second half. I mean, your first 2 defensive possessions were picks. You're up 14-0 in the first quarter. Since the first quarter, it's been all Green Bay. Love, handoff, Aaron Jones, and oh boy. He's going to get a first down, taken down at the 38. Who's going to win the NFC North? That is a good question. The Packers, right now, this whole division's wide open with no Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you're looking at the Bears, the Vikings, or the Lions, the Packers. I don't know. Me personally, I'm going to vote for Minnesota. Super chat, James O. Last year, if games ended at half, 11-5-1. Wow. The hell of a stat. I like that stat. Jordan Love, under center. Handoff, Jones. He got just crushed by Max Crosby. The Lions are an intriguing team. I will admit that. I don't think that they're the best team in that division. He might go Chicago.
We have our Bears host here. Will the Bears win the NFC North this year?
2nd and 4.
I think they have a chance.
Okay. Aaron Jones, handoff. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Oh, boy, it's getting tight.
Yeah, it's
I know, I'm aware. This is just like last year. Look, the Lions are clear favorites. Do we trust Detroit? If the answer is no, which I don't see how it can be a clear yes, it's a wide open division. I think it's a 4-team division.
I think it's I think it might be the most wide open division in the NFL.
And I think Justin Fields, as Jones gets a first down there, somebody did.
Yep.
That's what you call being a professional there. I think Fields is the biggest X factor in the league this year.
He's definitely up there.
Like if he hits, they can win that division.
I agree.
If not, then the Bears, who have 2 first-round picks next year,
might take
be
quarterback.
drafting a quarterback. So there's mine.
Robert Spillane had an opportunity to make a stop early on in there, and
Thank
they
you,
just
Harry Graham.
unable to bring him down. Oh boy, David Zahn. The Packers packed corn the long way. He did. Zahn, Chuggs had your jersey on yesterday, just so you know. Love under center, ball at the 49. Another handoff, Aaron Jones, and they can't take him down. 2nd down and 2 coming up. 5 minutes and 12 seconds. This game is a rough one. Everybody give a shout out to Mr. David Zahn for stepping into the chat right now. Yeah, Zahn, you missed it. Chuggs had your jersey on. 5 minutes to go here. Packers 2nd down and 2, power I formation. Raiders better wake the hell up. And another first down. This one's for A.J. Dillon. This is just shambles. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go. They're going to lose this game. I can't believe this. 17-14. Raiders had a 17-0 lead. 37-yard line. Love under center. Oh, Tillery. Tillery jumped. Oh, we're going to call false start. Nice. We needed that. 1st and 15. God, did we need that. All right, we're going to win. We're going to win. Hopefully Zahn's right. 400 people watching. Love, shotgun, 2 to the left. Handoff, Aaron Jones, and it's a wide open running lane, and he's going to pick up 10 yards. Jones today, 15 for 69 and a touchdown. Coming up here, 2nd down and 5. Packers all 3 timeouts. Raiders all 3 timeouts. This one's going to come down to the Warrior. Love, shotgun, bunches formation with a receiver spread out far right. Jordan Love's going to drop back, and he's going to use his legs here. Robert Spillane, though, says, not in my house. 3rd down and 4.
It's the 3rd down.
They probably are in field goal range. It'd be a long field goal, but they're right in the precipice of a field goal. Love, 3rd and 4. Going to drop back. Raiders. That's out of bounds. Incomplete! Incomplete! That might have been Jordan Love's first incompletion, I feel like, in 10 throws. 4th and 4, and here comes the field goal unit. Spam no good. Spam blocks. Spam miss it. Let's go. This is a pretty long field goal. You're looking at about a 49-yarder here for the Green Bay Packers off the left hash. Kick is up. Kick is good. And the Packers have come back down 17. And actually, that's funny. That's Daniel Carlson's brother who made that, who's also 17. 17-17 ball game. Yikes. Did anybody... Oh, Richard Kopp guessed 24-17 for a win. That's a possibility. Did anybody else get close? Ventrac said 23-20. Okay. Patrick B said 27-20. Mask, sorry, man. Trey Tucker return. I wish. Caught at the 2. Tucker gets to the 21. He's getting better. This time he gets to the 21. Brandon Jasper was close. Tano said 31 to 28. I mean, what up, Zon? Rebel said, right now, he said, we just got packed. I feel violated. Yikes, Zon. Zon, also, today's special deal is $50 super chat. Jeremy does a Cheese Whiz shot, and I chug a beer. $200, we get the entire office in here to do Cheese Whiz shots, and I got to apparently do one too, which I'm not excited. Chuggs also said he would throw on the Zon. Zon, if you throw in a $200, I'll throw on the Zon as well. 2nd down and 8. 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in this game. Tie ball game. Ball at the 24-yard line. It's going to be Garoppolo. It's a handoff to Jacobs, and he's going nowhere. 3rd down and 7. Josh McDaniels' play calling in the second half here is an absolute disgrace. You were able to throw the football without being able to be stopped, and now all you're doing is just these runs, these checkdowns, not playing aggressive football. I mean, this game is so real right now. Are you nervous? Why for yes and for no? Hell yeah, I'm nervous. Robert says very realistic. Garoppolo drops back, looks, pressured, throws. Incomplete. Unbelievable. This is just an absolute meltdown. Wow. Fat, bearded, dead, bang! Unbelievable. Fat, bearded dad steps up, and we got Cheese Whiz shots. That's a nightmare. Everybody spam Fat Bearded Dad. Fat Bearded Dad.
Fat bearded dad.
FBD. FBD. Fat Bearded Dad. For those that do not know, Jeremy dressed up as Fat Bearded Dad for Halloween this past year. Unbelievable. Chippy, get in here. Where's Seeps? Seeps actually doing his job? I know. So, Rolly, step in here. I believe in you. Who wants a Cheese Whiz shot? Scott, you want one? What are we doing? We've got the cheese. We've got the cheese. How do you want it? You just want it? All right, I'll do it. I'll just line you guys up, and we'll just do it. Nah, that's weird. It's weird if you do it yourself. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. It's tied. We got a tied ball game right now, 17-17. Raiders were up 17-0. Well, we made the deal with Fat Bearded Dad, so that's the deal. Also, we're Jugs. They're going to walk in, and it's just going to be open your mouth, and I'm filling it up. Giggity. You're in here now. I mean, we're committed. All right, I like it. We're going to do the humid centipede of cheese. This is a close game. This is too real. It's too real. Raiders were up 17-0. Yeah, I don't know. He looks like he broke his clavicle. All right, ready? Fat Bearded Dad, cheers to you.
Come on.
There's no garbage in here.
Paper towels right there. It's just spray cheese.
Here we go. Let's go.
I feel like this is not the same thing as what I
Let's go.
Rolly likes the cheese.
Rolly says it's all right.
Rolly says it's good. Hey, let's go, Chip.
That's enough. Oh, man. Yes. Okay. You ready?
Give him the good. That's thick.
That's got 2 C's in it. You know what's funny? Brett could handle liver and onions jelly bean, but you put cheese in that man's mouth, he's like, I'm out. He's like, I'm out.
All right. All right, you ready?
I don't want you to do it. I don't trust you. I saw what you did to Chip. I don't want that.
Let's go.
If you do that, I'm out.
Over bearded dad.
Do not do as much cheese as that. I'm going to throw up. Oh my God. I'm cold sweating. Dude. It's the texture.
Chase, do it for the culture.
Nah, it's Chase. I am not doing a Cheese Whiz shot, but
Even for a 50 right now, you wouldn't do a cheese whiz.
I'll shotgun or I'll do a beer bong
Not
for 50.
For 50, you would not do just a little cheese whiz.
I'm not doing Cheese Whiz.
That's awful.
Do it for the culture.
I'll drink for the culture because that's more the culture than Cheese Whiz is.
Oh my God.
Play the Packers. Harry, how much for a cheese whiz shot?
Dude, you don't want it. You don't want it.
Just like that cheese is liquid in that can, that's how it is out of my butt.
I feel bad for Chip. I think, dude, Jeremy took advantage.
Chip said he wasn't bad.
Oh, when your name's Chip, I mean, I would imagine it's
Chip.
decent.
Chip.
Hey, Chip.
Scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it? Yeah.
7. That's still pretty bad. That's still pretty bad. I do not want that. You all got whizzed.
I'll whiz on you.
Oh, dude, get this out of my face. That's just awful. Dude, I can't do that. I'm telling you right now, the taste isn't great. It's the texture to me. Like, the texture is awful. It's like cheese pudding. That's what I feel like I was just eating. Cheese pudding. I'm starting to sweat now. Oh, Sancho, my daughter Kaylee just got, can she get some love from Raider Nation? Kaylee, you're better than him anyway. Boys suck, man. Don't worry about him. Raider Sancho, we got her back.
That dude's a punk.
Kaylee, if you need a prom date, I don't think she's like, 13 now? If you still need a prom date, Kaylee, I got you. I'll go to prom. Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to say? Sometimes there's like athletes that go to prom. I don't know. Here we go. 17-17. A minute 46 to go. Coming up here on the Raiders Report, if you haven't already. Well, no, not now, I guess. I thought she was, I don't know, I forget how old she is. 17-17. Yeah, now I feel weird. Raiders had a 17-0 lead, and they ended up blowing it. And now the Packers have a chance to win this football game with 3 timeouts. Jordan Love. That's technically not true, for the record. 2nd down and 4. Love has been carving up this Raiders defense, man. It's just one thing after another. Minute 39 to go. Packers have 3 timeouts remaining. Love, ball at the 31, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Tight end on the field as well. Handoff up the middle, goes nowhere. Really nice play there by the rookie Byron Jones. Going to make it 3rd down and 5 here. We got to get some stops.
It's the third down.
Oh, man, 3rd and 5. That picture by Chase is unbelievable. No huddle for Green Bay. Handoff, no. Love looking. Scrambling, throws. Okay, falls incomplete. 4th and 5. I don't know how that wasn't intercepted. That's a terrible throw by Jordan Love, but I'll take it. Minute 7 to go in this game. Come on. That's funny. 4th down and 5. Punt is away. DeAndre Carter to receive it at the 25. Makes a guy miss. And goes down at the 32. 59 seconds remaining. The Raiders had 14 points in the first quarter and have had 3 points since. Can you at least get a field goal here and get the win? I mean, if they score a touchdown, though, we owe a beer bong. We'll see. 17-17. Oh, man, we better not go to overtime, Allen. Garoppolo, shotgun, ball at the 34. Packers bring a blitz. Garoppolo throws. Flag, which means roughing the passer. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Give me 15 yards. Take a drink. I'll take it. I'll take it. 54 seconds, all 3 of their timeouts. RTP's in the chat. Throw the flag on the flag. Oh, no. 2nd down and 8. I know. I don't know how I did that. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I almost got it. 2nd down and 8 coming up. 36 seconds to go. Daniel Carlson getting warm. Ball at the 44-yard line. And now the Raiders take a timeout. 31 seconds, 2 timeouts left. McDaniels had to think about it a little bit. Had to think about it a little bit here. 2nd down and 8. I mean, you're still asking Carlson to make a bomb of a field goal. I mean, to me, you got to get 10 yards. You got to get 10 yards. You got to put yourself in the right position here. Yeah, I mean, you can't ask Carlson to make a field goal from here. Garoppolo under center, handoff, Jacobs. He gets what, 2 yards? A yard, and they use another timeout. Josh, grow a set of nuts. What are we doing? We're not in field goal range. Ball at the 43-yard line. Garoppolo, power I formation, and they run it again. Oh, it worked. That's awful that it worked. That's a terrible play call, but it worked. 1st down and 10 coming up for the Raiders. I mean, they're still not in guaranteed field goal range. Like, the fact that they just ran it on 3rd down and 7, and they are going to settle for a 50-yard field goal here is just Josh McDaniels at his finest. Overcomplicating the simple. Here we go. Daniel Carlson's going to have an opportunity here to make the field goal. They're not. Madden. Carlson for the win. 17-17. I mean, you got to be looking at, what, like a 49-yard field goal here? Timeout, Green Bay, trying to ice the kicker. Daniel Carlson going up his brother, the other Carlson. All right, you're looking at a solid, this is a hell of a 52-yarder to win the game. Carlson from the left hash, kick is up. Kick is good. Raiders get the win. Raiders get the win. 1 second to go. 1 second to go. 20-17. 20-17. I mean, McDaniels ran on 3rd and 7 from like the 44-yard line, a run play, and they got a first down. I mean, I don't know if Carlson would have been good from anything more than 52 here. Yikes. 1 second remaining. If the Packers return this, we're going to need a new PS5. It's a short kick returned, and it's a tackle. Oh, man. Raiders get the win. Thank the Lord. That's the most Raiders game I've ever seen. That's got to be the most Raiders game I have ever seen. Las Vegas gets the dub. Las Vegas gets the dub. Feels good, man. Shout out to everyone who tuned in to today's show. Spam just won, baby. Down in the comments. That's a big time win, Jeremy. We needed that one. Raiders get 2 interceptions, which is essentially why they won this game. That was too close for comfort. I thought they were going to blow it. I thought that they were about to blow that lead. Up 17-0, and they win 20-17. Holy crap. For you, I'm not doing another cheese shot. $500, I'll do a cheese shot. Sure. Sure, Jeremy. I'm probably going to throw up on camera, but that means then you're doing a boot. $500, you get a Raiders Report jersey. Apparently, I got to eat a shit ton of cheese, and you're doing a boot.
Deal.
Deal.
And I'll put on a Zahn jersey.
Go for it. You got 5 minutes to get that deal in because I do unfortunately have to get going here. Alex is picking me up at 6 o'clock, and we're driving down to Austin, which is about a 2.5, 3-hour drive. So she's picking me up here in 18 minutes, and if I'm late for that, I'm in trouble. So I got to go here in about 5 minutes, no matter what. So just so you know, man, staple a block of cheese on your forehead. That would be electric, man. That would be funny as hell. Enjoy tonight, guys. Hey. Oh, my God. That's funny. Oh, that's so good. Petey's going to want me for his trivia league. That's all I know. Petey Trivia League, I'm up. Make beer cheese with the whiz. It was a great game, Primo. There's no doubt about it. Also, guys, we are 1 like away from 300. If you could, we would greatly appreciate it to get to 300. If you want another Cheese Whiz shot, Chuggy Bowl, go for it. 50? $50 super chat, Cheese Whiz shot, beer bong, and then we get the weekend going. How do we feel? Primo, Mr. Akon, Rebel Montana. Seriously, though, really, really appreciate Patrick B., everything he's done for the show. Venthrak, man, huge shout-out to you. Want to give a special shout-out to Richard Kopp, first-time super chatter. Tano Raider, and today's MVP, it's got to be Fat Bearded Dad. Patrick B. Pillaging just for fun. Let's freaking go. Patrick B. We're going to drive in. Sorry I'm late. Let's go. Let's fill them up. Fill it up, Buttercup. Chuggs. Also, I get to go to prom, so. Drive in and Patrick B. Here we go. Sancho, cheers to you. Michaela, hopefully you feel better. I did. I get to go to prom. That's all I know. Tryvan, sorry I'm late. And go Raiders. Shout out to Tryvan. Shout out to Patrick B. Hey, man. Everybody spam Patrick B and Tryvan right now. You get your ass up here, and you're doing some Cheese Whiz.
All right. $100, I'm putting some in here.
No, you're not. And you're drinking it if you do that. We are 215 away from a boot. Ooh, 210 away from a boot. You're doing the boot.
Then you're doing the cheese.
I'm not doing the cheese.
Then you're doing the boot.
I'll do the boot. I'm not doing that. I cannot do that. That almost made me throw up. Like, that was one of those, like, my eyes watered, saliva, back of the throat type. What are you doing? You don't need this. You're fine. You're good.
I don't get to drink afterwards?
Nope, you're good. I think you're fine, personally. I think you're okay. I believe in you.
You're stupid.
You're good. Go. Go for it.
You go first.
Come on, Mr. Cheese. Dude, get out of here. Come on, Mr. Cheese Whiz. Go for it. You're good. You don't need a drink. It's fine, right? It doesn't even taste bad.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad. Exactly. That's why you don't need a drink.
Jack, how much for a cheese shot? Jack said $50 and he'll do it.
No way. Jack said, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Dude, I can't even watch you do it. It's so... Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's like so creamy.
It just smells... You smell like a bowling alley to me. Like, I smell a bowling alley. That's what I smell. I just found nacho cheese on the fifth lane, and they've been there since Saturday. It's...
I owe one for Trivan now.
Oh, that's right. You do. Oh, good luck.
It's like a little on a cracker or a little at a time. Not bad.
See, I feel like that reminds me of mayonnaise, where if I had mayonnaise on a sandwich, I can do it. If I had that on a sandwich, I think I'd be okay. Plain? No way.
Just a spoonful of mayo.
No, couldn't do it.
Maybe
There's no chance,
maybe
man.
we do that when we play
No. The Titans? We don't play the Titans this year.
I don't know, Mayo team.
I thought you meant because of like Will Levis with
Oh,
Tennessee.
yeah.
No. A Mayo team. What is a Mayo team? You can do all the Mayo you want. I ain't doing that. Chase, he might be down for the
Cottage
Mayo.
cheese challenge?
Cottage cheese doesn't gross me out. No, it doesn't gross me out. I used to eat cottage cheese by the tub every day.
Petey, cheese shot?
All right, I got to knock this back for the nation. Hang on a second here. Dude, I can't smell it. I'm telling you, I can't smell it.
Yes, 20-17. Cheese shot in celebration? Yeah, we already meet with it? No. No, just cheese. Salami? Just cheese. All right, you ready? It's not very good, but that's all right.
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. It expires in August if it makes you feel better. It expires in August. Oh my God. Dude. You're crying. Get out of here. I thought he was going to throw up. I'm pretty sure. He started coughing. Look at him. He's going to throw up. Oh my God.
I'll do one too.
Yeah, we got to get rid of that. We're going to have to throw that away.
Oh my God. Trace, are you down? Trace, do it for the culture. You have to twist my arm. How much for a
With
belly
that,
button? How much for a belly button cheese shot?
if somebody sends in a 210, that puts us at 1,000. That means that's a boot for you.
Then you'll do a belly button cheese shot.
Somebody's doing it off me.
No, you're doing it off me. That's the rule.
I got to do it off you?
Yes.
Belly button cheese whiz shot.
For 500.
That's so much hair. No.
500 for a belly button cheese shot.
Chuggs has a deep belly button too. That's a lot of cheese.
It's like a double shot. It's like a double shot.
It's not like, I mean, I did a 500 fireball shot out of your belly button, and I could suck that out. Oh, man, that's funny. Dude, Borelli, did I just see Trizzy doing a bong rip? It's a hand grenade. I always have to clarify that. Borelli, I'll make you a deal. Borelli, I'll make you a deal since you're a Mount Raider More legend. $200 right now. I'll do a cheese whiz shot at a Trizzy's belly button, and Chuggs is doing a boot.
Oh, deal. Oh, my God. Deal. How did I get it? Cheese whiz, belly button shot, and I'll do a boot. How did I?
Well, we already got it. Driving! Bang! Put him on the table.
I go on the table?
Yes. Shout out to Driving!
I don't know how I got looped into this. I don't know how I got
Put Trace on the table. Put Trace on the table. Somebody tell Alex I might be a minute or two late.
Why are you late?
She's going to hate me. Go fill up this boot. I'm as ready as I'm going to be. No, you're good. You're golden, pony boy. I wish you could see what this looks like. Oh, my goodness. Here, wait, you might have to slide up this way a little bit. My cord's getting stuck. There we go. This is all.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you got to stop moving. You got to stop moving. It's starting to melt. Oh, I need a drink so bad.
Oh, my God. Get me the fucking paper towel, dude. Let me see that button.
Oh, man. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. Oh. Oh, my goodness. I hope you guys have a good weekend. End the stream. Oh, my Lord. Your belly button's going to smell like Jones for a month. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was awful. All right.
It wasn't good to me. Oh, my goodness.
That was bad. I don't even think Chuck would have done that. I literally felt like I was rubbing my face on Chuck. That was so bad.
I was not a fan of doing that as well, for what it's worth.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Hey, but you got to do what you got to do for Raider Nation.
Hey, Raider Nation is it's built different. There's just.
Primo says, "Don't kiss Alex."
Oh, I'm gonna walk out there when I see her in 5 minutes. I'm gonna give her a big old
Gil's
smooch.
big old smooch.
Big old smooch.
Show her that video right now.
Oh man. All right, Chuggy Bull, you got to knock back that boot.
I need to stop laughing. I'm going to choke on this beer.
And then the next thing we got to do here is I got to end the show. I appreciate every single crazy person that ever tunes in, man. We always have a lot of fun here. This is nothing compared to the regular season. That I can promise you. Dryvan, you a real one. Shout out to Mount Raider Moore. Shout out to everybody that tuned into today's shit show.
Drive in woke up this morning, did you in your wildest dreams ever think, you know what, I'm going to pay a man $200 to eat spray can cheese out of another man's belly button? In your wildest dreams that have ever come up? Maybe.
I mean, that's a pretty wild dream. That's a pretty wild dream.
What are you planning on doing today? I'm just gonna eat spray can cheese out of another guy's belly button.
I'll tell you this. We've done a lot of shows here. I don't know if I have laughed as hard as I have on today's show, like compared to any other show. I'm telling you, I got so much cheese in my throat. It's so gross. I can't get it. I can't get the taste. I don't know what I taste more. Trace's pubes, belly button, or the cheese whiz. Oh my God. Oh.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this content because you're not getting this anywhere else.
I'll tell you what, Manscaped needs to happen for Trizzy. We're going to Manscaped Trizzy on a Raiders Report show.
Hey, I'll go run home and get my Manscaped stuff right now. We can do it on this live. I'm going to Mexico tomorrow.
We can't.
I'm going to Mexico, Mitch. I need your help.
That scene in 8 Crazy Nights when they're all laughing and the guy's hitting his head.
Oh, man. That crazy Asian guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Alex is here. That's good.
All right, I got to take this food down.
All right, y'all. Take down the boo. I hope you guys have had as much fun as what we have. It's been a roller coaster ride. There's no doubt. To say the least. All right, Chuggy Bull.
All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hit this as soon as I'm done. End screen.
Sound good?
Scream or intro? End screen.
Yep. Cut the live. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. The next time you're going to see Jeremy Chuggs and I, it's going to be Tuesday. However, Jeremy will be live on Monday by himself or this weekend if something happens around Josh Jacobs. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you got those notifications turned on. I promise you, no cheese is going to happen on Tuesday. That I can promise you. So, with that being said, as soon as he gets done with this beer boot, I want you guys to have one hell of a weekend. Shout out to all the legends in the chat, and I hope you guys had as much fun today as what we did, man. That was unbelievable. I never thought I would do Cheese Whiz out of a man's belly button. So from me, from Jeremy Chuggs, for the entire Chat Sports crew, have yourself one hell of a weekend.